about whether to do the stream today and just or do it on Friday. Because after tomorrow's stream, I'm probably gonna stop with Genshin for the rest of the week so I can take a chill pill. But sup, everybody? My name's KRAI Bomb. Welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So right now we got, I think, like 2 world quests left. I don't know if the 2 are correlated with the one I'm about to do. I don't even know if I need to go to my way to activate it after the other one restarted, which seemed to be like a big world quest chain of some kind. So I was just thinking about how I want to go about this. Now, if you saw my stream on my PC, the one from yesterday with reset vibes with Columbina and all that, I said that at the end of the stream, I found out that I can actually use the mannequin on PS4. I might even make a video on it because this is like very interesting. I did not know that they patched this into Genshin in a way that you can interact with it, but the game says that it's not on the current version, so I thought my system might be, bricked or something. It was something I was curious about. But if this is what it means, this way they did add this into the PS4 version, but doesn't let us actually interact with it. I don't find any reason for them to have done this, and I feel like it's a bit rude even. They should have just let us interact with it if they're going to go this far. Adding it into Genshin, integrating it as a part of the game. So, as a result, I looked at some things, and I'm going to continue that discussion, not in the other one, but on here. So, here we got the mannequin. The one I made on my PC. I never thought I'd see this on my PS4. I would be real with you. It's very interesting. So, yeah. So, before I do anything, let's do this. I already know what the mic quality is like. Yes, I've got it to a state to where it's not too problematic. But I thought I would make this stream because I just really need to talk about this. It's just very interesting. Then, of course, we can do what last little bit of stuff we got. So, yeah, mannequin on PS4. Static infuse. He uses a sword. No surprise there. You can actually equip him with a sword. And you can even go as far as to give him artifacts and stuff. You can only increase his level based off the melee Astra level, which is cool. Now, there was something else that was really surprising to me. Now, yeah, we're up here on the gun in Pyramida. Even this menu is also on my PS4. But we can't go to this one because it says current not available on the current platform. So, yeah, you can't do anything about that. Can't go there. But I can go into the shop for some reason, and I could even try to purchase something on PS4. I don't know why it allows me to do that. I'm pretty sure I actually can't, but I can still check if I want to. But yeah, you can look and browse all these things. It's kind of interesting. Like, literally, you can interact with this on PS4. I find that so funny. And we're not done yet. You can check the pass, which is interesting. So yeah, you can even check the Astra pass. It's just there now, and I can see it. That's pretty funny. I'm gonna be real with you. You can check the Oath section, which is the wish screen. The animation even plays in all our glory. And you can interact with it. Isn't that something? For some reason, we can interact with this stuff on PS4. I find that shit funny. If Genshin wasn't leaving PS4, we would be able to actually play it. Because it seems like Genshin can still play on PS4. Who would have thought? This is because of Sony's end, mostly why Genshin is leaving PS4 and nothing can do about that. I think it's kind of funny. that you can really interact with it. Then there's of course this where you can actually change the outfit, and I can actually do this in this screen. I find that pretty funny that I can do this on PS4. I find this funny. Are these just blueprints? Oh, they are blueprints. Ah, let's see. That reminds me, I haven't put the horse thing on, have I? Well, now I can actually interact with this, so I might as well do that on stream. I can put the horse butt on. Why not? Whoa, what is that? Was that because of Barca? Was that what that was? Oh, this is not the right screen. Wait, how did I end up at the bottom of the screen? How did that happen? Anyways. Oh shit, I need to do that. Alright, whatever. I'll do that in a second. Like I said, I managed to make the thumbnail, so we have Stygian Onslaught tomorrow, which is going to be very interesting. About to Gallop. Annika's not awakened. So this is the female one, I guess. Lucky Gallop is the male one? So I can actually put this on in here. I find that funny, bro. And it's super jiggly. This is too funny, bro. Bro. I'm definitely doing a thumbnail with this. And then when he runs, it's just flopping about. Look at this. Oh, this is too funny, bro. Can I interact with this with the mannequin? Oh no, it just looks like a regular one. Oh my god. Oh god, it's so fucking silly looking, bro. Outfit plan. Weapon equipped? Did this mean you could change to a different weapon type in the future or something? This just looks wrong, brother. Oh, man. Wait. Quick replace. Equipped? True appearance? What does it mean by equipped? What does this mean? This means you could swap something with the female mannequin if you make the female one? I think you can make both the mannequin types, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I want to go that far, but I might actually make that a project. Maybe. To not show. See what happens. I don't freaking know. I think about my original mannequin outfit. Probably would just use the white wings, but now I don't know if I want to pick anything. I'm probably going to keep the horse for a little bit. I mean, this doesn't look that bad. This doesn't look that bad either, but I'd rather give him something for his troubles. It just feels so wrong, but it's so funny. Wait, did this read on this screen? I can see it as well. Oh, that's funny. I love that. Okay, that's enough though. Alright, alright. That's funny. I also messed around with him a little bit, as per the thumbnail. I did make the thumbnail on this spot, but I'm gonna go back to Sucrose, I believe. Now,
I want to help.
I don't mind using this team everywhere else, but I don't plan to use this for like other content when I actually do play with Flynn's, because I don't really want to have Combine and Nifla paired together, but I can do it if I'm just playing around in Overworld or in domains. I don't know how long I'll keep this going though, because I'm pretty sad that my favorite Combine and Nifla team probably just Navia, and I like it more than the Flynn's team actually, but I choose to use Flynn's. I wonder if I should use Navia for the domain. I should probably try it, but the problem is I don't know how much resin I should spend because I need to save as much resin as I can for tomorrow's stream. Skirk. Yeah, I liked Navi's team even more than Mawika with this team. I had a feeling I wasn't gonna like this one that much, but it is what it is. This one I liked it a little bit less than I expected when I tested this. It's probably because of Son in this team. I wonder if it would have been better played with Sucrose. I never actually tested that theory, but a part of me didn't want to try it either way. I don't know. This team was okay. About what I expected to feel. It just doesn't feel like a Nuvlet team, which it is what it is. It feels like Nuvlet exists, but you know. This one I liked. I think this was my second favorite team I like playing Combine and Nifla with, but I think it was because of Durin. If it wasn't for Durin, I don't know if I'd like this team as much if I tried to play for Hexray Resonance with like Fischl. I don't know if I would have liked it as much. Durin makes this team more fun, for sure. I hate them when I tried this one yesterday. I think this one was okay. It was alright. It was better than I expected, but also didn't feel as good as I thought it would. And I think it's just because of the build I have on a Nifla. Obviously, when Combine gets a bit stronger, I probably would like to revisit this to see how well it does, and maybe replace Nahida with Llama in the future if I really care about doing that, which I probably will try it either way. I'll probably try it. This team, when I tried Combine and Nifla with Hutel, I liked it a little bit less than I expected. Yeah, I liked it a little bit less than I expected. Yeah, I don't have a better word for it than that. I liked it a little bit less than I expected. It just didn't feel as flowy as I like Hutel feeling when I play her. But yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised by the Combine official team. It felt really good, so it's enough that I'm gonna definitely play this team for Stygian tomorrow. I might try this one for the domain. We need to run through some resin right now, so that's what we're going to do. But before that, we do got one other thing we got to do. Do I want to do that? Every time I want to do that, I don't want to, and I'd rather get rid of the iron chunk instead. But I don't find myself using it. I know I need to save these. That's why I don't want to use them. That's why I've been doing this instead. I guess I'll just do it again.
Defensive mode engaged.
Not bad. Not bad. Alright, alright. Oh, we're about to reach 10,000 on this soon. It's gonna feel weird when I see that 10,000. I say that, but there is a rumor that I started hearing about that if it's true, we are definitely pulling on the Final Quest of PS4. I'm just gonna keep that a buck right now. So heads up for that. Okay. Oh. Oh. It's 10 o'clock. I know I'm gonna be able to get another condense. I do think I need to condense now, but I have to save up the rest for tomorrow. I guess I'm not using the condense today then. I thought I was 4 out of 5. I guess that was my second come I'm thinking about. Also, did I forget to mention I finished final season of My Hero Academia, which is great. I finished it. Well, I finished it not too long after the stream I did earlier today. I was pretty much almost done with it. Pretty grateful for that.
Ad Astra Abyssos.
I forgot I lowered the settings on this. I think it's better this way. I can still hear it pretty loud in my ear. But that's because I had the settings at least somewhat higher. But damn, it was like really loud on my PC. I'm gonna have to adjust that in the future.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
I wouldn't mind it being a bit louder though on PS4. On PS4 it doesn't sound as loud because the mic settings I can't artificially change as much. PC I hear a lot more because there's like so many different sound settings and I usually have it set up in a way that I can hear a lot of things. Now here I can't change it. Oh right, I forgot about this. Yes, give me this. Can't wait to get that. I also can't wait for this. I have to wait till the 30th of January. Yeah, that day is gonna be interesting. The second half about to start, and more importantly, the thing that's very scary, at least in America. I don't know other places in the world, but it's gonna be a scary time for us in America right now. Don't want people to forget. If you know, you know. The end of this month is gonna be interesting. We're gonna go back to not so great times. I can interact with the event rewards. Hell yeah! Oh, that's so funny, bro. Makes me salute. Curious about what is this? Oh, component again. Whoops! I clicked so fast that I didn't get to respond to that. Whoops. Oh, the stream look a lot better now. It looks better? How does it look better? Alright. Probably because I'm on PS4, isn't it? Probably that. Save that for tomorrow. Have I kept up with that at all? Was I saving anything for tomorrow? Oh right, yesterday I got that, but I never raised it. I'll try one more time, but it's dead if it misses. What's up, homie? Is this worth it? Not really. That flat attack roll ruins it. I'll still try 16 to see if it misses again or not. Thanos piece, really? I don't know if I can justify use it. That one whiff kind of irks me. Yeah, I don't know. Even if I went into crit rate one more time, I don't think I'd use it. I have to see Nova circling. How's it going? It's going as much as the wind carries me. Next few months are going to be arduous, but it is what it is. It makes me sad every time I think about it. Okay, so head this piece. Oh. Maybe this could still actually be an upgrade because of what it is. But at that point, I'd rather just reroll the same onset one. Because it didn't roll perfectly either way. Also, did I check where I am? Okay, I'm down here now. Huh. Well, it looks like I'll be able to get to here, but I won't be able to actually do the Decreed Reshape on PS4. It is what it is then. So, I'm 3 away right now. I don't know what piece I want to reroll. Actually, no, I do remember. My second account, I didn't know. But on this account, I remembered. I think I'm mostly thinking of rerolling pieces for Innifa right now. I don't have like perfect pieces to reroll right now. But it's just something to think about. My second account's been getting a bit luckier on certain pieces. But I haven't rolled them yet on my second account, but at least I've gotten like a double crit here and a double crit on my feather on my second account of this set. Durin already has a full set, which I forgot to show in the last stream. Probably should do that. But Nifa hasn't really changed, but she's looking pretty decent, all things considered. And given the other thing we got, until I get this to 9, I'd rather not work on this, but I could use the item I have to convert to this resource. But I'm probably going to wait till next week before I do that. I've been wondering if I should focus these weekly bosses more, but I don't know. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing DPS. So soon this will be soon. I haven't checked what the elements of this is yet. It doesn't show up here. I wondered if it was going to or not. They really making it seem like whether you can or not, which is funny. Like being a DPS. I can't really do it because without Llama, it's not worth it. Her damage is so low because she needs a Lunar Bloom to actually do damage. Otherwise, all her off-field is just doing the damage instead. Oh right, I shouldn't check it like this. But speaking of that, that reminds me. We still have this I have to do. I'll probably wait before I do that. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow instead. I don't need to do that today. I need to find out how long the stream's gonna be. Otherwise, since we've already done this, I think this finished today. But I might only check it if I had
Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
if I finish this fast enough, that is. Got those two. Because there's, I believe, 2 world quests left. Can I just say that skin is mid? Oh yeah, I don't like it either. Which one have I actually not done yet? I opened that one, I guess I opened this one. Okay, so it's this one back here. I believe I finished all the ones that showed up there, so the other one was this one, I believe. I don't know if they correlate to each other, but I want to assume since this other one's like a big world quest of some kind. Yep. It was the return to sender. Oh, the return to sender was this one? There was another one. I guess it showed up over here. Also, the thing I had talked about before, like Nicole showing up here, will she show up on this account? Nope, she still doesn't show up here. That is evil. That is evil. I'm on my second account since I have Lumine. She stands right in front of this statue. But yeah, the Raven's Legacy is here. I guess I never actually followed this before, because I was always wondering why this occurred. I guess I never interacted with it. Start sculpting?
Building my mage's lodge was quite a rewarding experience. But as everyone knows, any mage worth her salt owns more than one garden.
Oh, so this is just the same thing as
It's time to pick a new location, I think. There is actually a very simple reason, not that I'm looking to build
I
a
remember
bustling,
this.
and that is why I must expand my territory.
It still feels weird to me. On here, you get this thing, the Mail Traveler, but if you play as Lumine, it actually is Nicole herself that actually like stands here and speaks to you. I find that interesting. Wonder why that was the difference, but maybe I'll come back to scope. I wonder if something happens when I do that. I was wondering what that was too, cause I saw like a video of it. Cool trip market scene. Well, it's definitely not gonna be next patch because since we're getting Lancerite this patch, I'm not really expecting that. I'm not expected to appear just yet. But yeah, okay, I can just walk through it. I have to interact with this world quest. Oh, is that the? That reminds me. How many waypoints am I missing on this account now? Because my second account, I noticed I was missing 3. 2. So the one I just got makes it 2. So I'm missing 3.
I don't mind where we
Interesting.
go, as long as I have my friends with me.
Yeah, food games. Third is coming to Steam. Oh yeah, I saw Honkai Impact was on Steam. I mean, cool, but there's already a launcher. Welcome to the apocalypse. Access approved. Initiating the bunker. What? What would make us so curious to do this? Unregistered residents detected. Initiating standard safety inspection protocol. Scan complete. Multiple dangerous items detected. For safety of the other residents, please place all weapons and dangerous items into designated receptacles. Huh? But it wants us to hand over our weapons? Oh yeah, for sure. I apologize for any inconvenience. The purpose of confiscating dangerous items is to ensure the absolute safety of the bunker's residents. Your items will be safely stored. You can retrieve your belongings when you leave. Right, like a normal person would say this, but this doesn't feel normal. If you have any safety concerns, please rest assured the bunker is equipped with the most advanced apocalypse purification system. What did that mean? Purification system available. You will encounter no danger here. The name of Professor. Oh, hell no. After doing the other quest before this one, now I know what Professor is. What? I guarantee that no matter what monsters rage beyond the sky's veil, they will not infiltrate our Elysium. Beyond the sky's veil, aren't we at the bottom of the sea? Oh, Paimon gets it. It's like those novels in Town. The apocalypse is talking about aliens coming from space. Bro, that's kind of weird to say that. Really, you should stop reading those trashy Pulp Fiction novels. But it doesn't sound entirely impossible. So, what's going on? Maybe Skirk knows more. Skirk? That's an interesting thought to mention this, but I guess I could see why he mentioned that, because she was here before Traveler came here. I was only joking. Even if there were invaders from beyond the sky, they wouldn't invade a place like this. What they? I wonder about that. Besides, since this is a safety bunker, or a safe bunker, it seems reasonable to take our weapons off for now, right? Unless they're secretly doing bad things in here. Like deliberately providing really yucky food, or occasionally breaking the water purifier on purpose, or locking the main entrance and trapping everyone inside forever. That last part's very important. Please be assured this bunker is designed to provide absolute safety. All residents are free to leave at any time they wish. Well, since the serious mechanism says it's all above board. Above board. Paimon thinks we should trust it, right, Traveler? Thank you for your cooperation. All dangerous items have been collected. Scan complete. No threats detected. Standard safety inspection protocol complete. Okay, I shouldn't have to read all that. Welcome to the bunker at the end of the apocalypse. It's like so worded like that. Ah. I wish that we had like a punching animation if I press the attack button, but we don't get that. I'll try to have a skin. It seems like... Wait, why did the alarm go off? I'll take a closer look at the terminal. We might be able to find something useful. Yeah, the skin thing, I'm starting to wonder if that was just to keep up appearances with the Archon quest. I wonder if how much of it's going to go back to normal. Everything is assuming from these scenes, I guess they assume that he didn't have the outfit yet. Or maybe they just intentionally do that so he had the outfit built like that. Honestly, it's in Hoyo's hands, whatever they decide to do with the skin. It almost feels almost pointless if you can't use it everywhere though. It's really strange. System error. Is restarting a system that simple? I guess it is. F2 research zone. Oh. Why do I feel like I'm playing a different game looking at that menu overlay, if you will. Access granted. Welcome to the bunker access terminal server. Let me see. This looks like a map of the bunker. But the keycard we got last seems to only give us access to Research 1. Check on the status of Research Zone 1. Generating status report, please wait. Okay. Which is Zone 1 warning, high concentration of abyssal contamination. I can kind of tell through the glass. Current risk overflow extreme. Oh. Apocalypse purification system blocked. Why is that highlighted? Maintenance personnel have been dispatched. Wait, does that mean I've been wearing the let's see. Off for 5 years. They need a shower. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that. Time elapsed since the previous maintenance request air standard hours. Please don't panic. Residents, stay calm and await surprisingly. Surprise! I can't speak. Anyways, yeah, just wait for instructions. Purification system is useless. Of course it is. Okay, but one thing she understands now that Populous is actually a abyss of contamination, right? This bunker was built to keep out the abyss, but the contamination inside ended up being worse than anything out there. Looks like it failed to keep out the abyss. Are you sure there isn't more to the story? One doesn't know, but if we don't do anything, the abyssal contamination could spill out. I don't think our only choice to deal with the problem ourselves. So it just seems to be another place that harbored the abyss of corruption in this area. And here I thought we already had one with Keepamaki Peak. Huh. How do we get to the second floor? Do we just ask it to go to the second floor? Oh, just like that. That's why there's other areas I saw with other levels. Investigate the experiment sites. I still wish I could punch though, that'd be funny if I could. Checking supply, there is nothing in that. Huh. Looks like I might need to make sure of that. I see.
I'll keep this close.
Wow, okay. Interesting. Probably can't go through this door. Yeah, I figured. Couldn't a Rift Town just get out of that? They are a Rift Town, right? Unless the professor's technology was enough to keep him caged. I can't imagine him caging a creature like that, though. Okay, can just go through a portal. That's why I'm confused by it. Yeah, Rift Town, what's that doing here? Don't have any weapon. That purification system had better do his job. Okay. Purification system blocked. Manual supervision required. I can't go through this door. Just by opening the valves, we have a continuous supply of crude block that can be recycled. That's all I need to read, right? That was what I messed with, so. Okay. We proceed to secondary purification device, complete the repair process, keep calm. I would try to read all that, but it's gonna be just too tedious if I go back to the stream and do that. Something I'm gonna have to get used to in the future, I'm sure.
A reward on the road.
Wait. This looks nearby, it's in the next room over. Is this above? Oh, it is. Can't hear it. Oh, whoa! The leftover has gone kaput. I didn't think she'd say a word like that.
A reward on the road.
Because we can't plunge down. I can't go down faster. At least the wings are working. I see this. Obviously, this must be for something over here. This is to Miss Grazina. If you find this note, please come meet me in the tool room. Master Thief Reed Miller?
Is this an answer from this world?
It's definitely an answer from this world, and it's for the Serenity point. Probably can't have access to this. Wanted at the other side of the door that we couldn't go through, but I wasn't paying attention to the map, so probably not. Investigate. Oh. Oh, there's more than one valve we have to interact with. 3. Ah, yes, 4. Is there a 5th one? No, just 4. I didn't like this at all. I only didn't take away our weapons. No point in oh. I did not think this would be the mission we're dealing with. Interesting. Very interesting. It does make this very interesting for once. Destroy chest to attract monsters. Oh. Do I just like... Oh, I can't jump. Could I do this? How do I destroy the chest then? I need to go somewhere else first, I guess, and come back here. He doesn't look the other direction, he just looks... Oh, I see. No, I see the item. Nah, you have to be stupid, bro. I dodge rolled my way out of there. I wish I could crouch walk faster. You can't crouch walk faster like you could in like Metal Gear Solid or something. Is he just stuck there? See this. Ah! He aggroed me so fast. Why am I here? Woohoo, we're finished. How about we head back? How'd I not get detected? What? I ran right in front of that guy and he didn't fully detect me. I'm gonna take that. Yeah, activate that bit. Damn, I'm gonna take that. Maintenance complete. Apocalypse verification system operating normally. Keycard unlocked. Don't forget to retrieve your keycard. Have a wonderful day. Ah. Looking closely, it has an insignia on it that reminds me of the Fatui. I just realized that looking at the card. Looking closely, this card seems to be a different color from the one we got earlier. Hama doesn't know who left it here, but we should take it. Maybe we can find its owner. Oh, right, there doesn't seem to be anyone else here. Oh, you don't say.
Is this an answer
Tier
from
2
this world?
bunker access code. So now we can open this door. Now we got one of the resources we need, which I think we just need 2 more of the Lunaculus. Then we're done. How convenient. I just did that. I don't want to kill you like that. We gotta do it right. We gotta repel that. Gotta parry that. Okay, we're good. I forget if I don't mess it up, I don't have to reset anything.
Is this an answer from this world?
Oh, this was the door. And now we can go back here. Right? Or is it back up? No, I think it's back up, isn't it? Yeah. Go back up. I really do like this new outfit for Ethan. It looks like an outfit that would have been for Astra, but when I think about that, it makes me a bit sad. Still can't go to that door. Maintenance order for research. Zone 1 complete. Expected duration expected by 3,942,476 hours. A report of negligent conduct has been issued to the supervisory authority. The supervisory authority. Golly, my mouth will, like, every time I try to read that out, like, my tongue gets twisted. How many hours? Oh, I can only remember the first number. How many others were there after that 3? You don't know what 3 million means? Access updated. Singer technician Kotelnikov. Welcome to the bunker access terminal server. What? Huh? That means we're the maintenance workers sent to repair the verification system? I would guess that means we can access more places now. Let's see. This one appears to be Zone 2. Check the status of Zone 2. Generating status report. Please wait. Research Zone 2. Warning, high concentrations of abyssal contamination. Jesus. And signs of ultimate calamity. This is not calamitous from that Terraria mod, right? Apocalypse purification system. Damaged singer technician Kastanikov. Please proceed to perform repairs under the protection of a guard escort. Guard escort? I didn't see any guards on here. Wait a second. What did it say has been detected? It sounded like some sort of abyssal monster. Keep me safe, guard Captain Paimon. What? Why did it lead to that? I don't want Paimon to protect me. I want her behind me. Paimon, keep you safe is what a guard Captain Paimon would say. If she had a weapon, unfortunately, you'll have to watch your own back. Bruh. If the apocalypse is actually just an abyssal monster, then it's probably the source of this place's contamination. I can take it down. The abyssal contamination here should be cleaned up once and for all. Right, traveler. Let's head to Research Zone 2. I swear, this looks so interesting seeing it like this. It just kind of like reminds me of, it reminds me of one, there was an indie game that had like a similar art style to this. I don't remember which one. Alright, that's, wait, can I not go here? Oh, I'm already on the floor. Never mind. I can just open that door, get that next one. I need one more Lunaculus after this one. I missed my Kubaki blade. I still can't fight. I can't open this door. Of course not. It looks like there's the last thing we're missing there. Messily written notes. This is a secret mission that only me and Bases Christina know about. What the fuck? Well, Little Pay will come back to play with us. Little Pay! Please tell me it's not someone's name, bro. Christina said she's just sick and needs to rest a while. When the flowers grow taller than my knees, she'll recover, so mustn't cry. We need to listen to Uncle Morozov and be very good children. This screams danger to me. There's no sun here, but the lights up there are just as warm and cozy. As long as we water them with shimmering water every day, these flowers will surely grow quickly. Go faster, please. I miss her. Well, yeah, that's kind of rough. But I assume maybe you throw this at it? Yeah, maybe that's not what it was. Yeah, forget I said that. Maybe it's, not that. Maybe it's not that. But then how the heck do we interact with it? It says water in the flowers, so we need something else. So maybe we need this one to get to that point. I always think I could just resolve it by using Kuvaki. I don't know why I'm picking this up. I don't know that for real. Is there any way to get that chest? I'll have to come back for it maybe. Whoops. Huh, Traveler, look over there. Is that a gap? That is a gap. Can I throw this here? Maybe. Does this do anything? It does. And it waters. Oh, that guy grew the Kuvaki energy, yes. Ah, convenient. Another rock nearby. So just in case we didn't bring one along with us. Oh, and another rock. Can I just grab this real quick? You don't need that.
An answer from this world?
Ancient recording. Whoa, whoa. No, I won't doubt your words, Mr. Brahi Reed Miller. The fact that you are here is proof that you were not lying. Even if I can't prove it, I choose to believe in the side that gives people hope. Huh? Actually, Brahi and Reed Miller are not meant to be used together. I honest to God thought that was what we were doing here. Oh, forget it. A beautiful lady like you can call me whatever you want. I'm so sorry. It says flippant male voice, so I'm just like, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, alright. Yeah, it's a flippant male voice. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, as I said earlier, I am here to hunt down Rotung's dogs. It's an honor to have you assisting me. Oh, and then there's gentle female voice. Don't thank me yet, Mr. Brahi Reed Miller. Even if I've already sent word to him, there's no guarantee he will agree to meet me. I still don't understand why he would tell such a lie to. He would tell such a lie to, yeah. What is it, Miss Grazina? Oh, this is Grazina. That's nothing. For some reason, the recorder here was not turned off. It would be troublesome if Morozov noticed. I'm shutting it down now. Yeah, so that was what that was. Okay. go. Oh, he disappeared. There is a chest there and something else I like to grab, so I'm doing this first.
Is this an answer from
Before
this
starting
world?
the stream, I actually haven't eaten yet. It's been a while since I have actually eaten. Because I'm not expecting this to be too much longer, but maybe. Yeah. Thank God I didn't fall out of stuff. Secure communication channel established. Loading data. Access granted. Wishing you a wonderful day in the post-apocalyptic world, Research Casino. To Supervisor R.M. Morozov. Mr. Kotelnikov went to service the purification system in experimental site number 1, but contact was lost shortly thereafter. What happened? Sincerely, Senior Researcher G. Mykuko. Interesting name. Don't know why why do I keep going through the ground? Calm down. I'm wondering why it disappeared, so... These claw marks. They're from a Rift Town, right? Yeah, because we saw them earlier. Why are you seeing it now? They were literally here earlier. Arm myself with a little bit of this.
A reward on the road.
Want to get that last one. Debug, communication log. Access granted. Okay. To Supervisor R.M. Morozov. Another person redacted died. Damn. How many more deaths do you want to see? Stop this redacted experience. Damn! Oh, so that's that kind of redacted. Ah, I see. Fifth hit immediately. Yes, that epic experiment. Or I will... I will redact it, you're redacted, and feed it to redacted. I know you saw it, Morozov. Stop playing dead. Oh, it's the same researcher. Okay. Oh, cursing like a sailor, isn't it? Oh, wait. Did I make sure to get the other one? Or that the other one that was over? Can't actually check. Keep calm and carry on. Let the world beside burn in the apocalypse we will endure. Okay. Yeah, it was scary. Careful. Ah, hold on. You ever worry that the apocalypse might leak into the bunker such as either maybe the sign of vessel contamination? Oh, it is.
I'll keep this close.
Wait, I need to double check. Did I already get the last one? Am I tripping? Okay, no, I haven't gotten the last one. Just making sure. It looks like he about to rush the door. What? Okay. In horror games, I wouldn't approach the door, but in this game, I do it. Abnormal, abnormal, abnormal. Marvel at the foresight of the president. What? No, it's prophets are such a kind because the rain still burns bright. Debug. Pocket purification system operating remotely. What? How's that even remotely possible? Gap infiltrating aliens. Defeat the monsters. With what? Hey, these pipes carrying Kuvaki? What if we lured one and made it... What? Are you trying to lure it to the Kuvaki pipes? Well, right now he's doing long-range attacks like a bitch, so... How am I supposed to get him to come closer? Maybe I interact with this again? No? Then what do I do? Wait, is this area open? Oh, it is open. I'm fucking tripping. That's interesting. So this is what we're doing. I mean, I guess I gotta do something for real. Break the pipes to lead to Kuzaki. Oh, wait. What a interesting interaction that was.
A reward on the road.
You know, I was hoping to hear more about the Reap Miller story, but it seems like right now we're seeing how it has an effect on other requested cells, or I guess the influence he had in KRAI, Reed Miller. I didn't think it reached this far. I thought it was just going to be a story of an adventure, and it turned into a lot of different things here. To Supervisor Morozov, same researcher again. I apologize to Supervisor Morozov for losing control of my emotions earlier. To ensure the survival of the post-apocalyptic bunker, I would like to have a proper conversation with you in person. He said that after he cusses him out. Right. Wait, can this door open? Not yet. It will soon though. I need that final one. I don't know if I'll use it. I'll probably wait till the next expansion to actually use it. Maintenance complete. Apocalypse purification system operating normally. A key card unlocked. Don't forget to retrieve your key card. Have a wonderful day. This is tier 3. And again, this definitely looks like Fatui coded. Yeah. Just got the insignia. Huh? This time the key card's golden. The terminal report before mentioned signs of a large monster activity in Research Zone 2. There's no way it could be talking about the one we just saw. Surely. Probably gonna get it. For now, let's head back to the terminal and see what this card unlocks. Yeah, there is another area. I remember seeing that there was another area. Wait, can it unlock? Oh. Why is this place bigger than it has to be, I feel like. I guess the research facility needs something, right? Oh, I can't get behind there. I need it. Okay, fine. Ooh, I don't know if I should be excited seeing that. Eventually I need to go back to Stratipa and see what those discs are. There's only one thing that's in here, so it's probably that one. Oh, the chest there.
I'll keep this close.
Those filled with dense, highly technical botanical theory. Virtually beside the immortal scholars in Sumeru, few might be able to make sense of it. I was gonna say maybe Tainari knows because he's from the immortal Darshan, right? Experimental staff record. This appears to be an attendance log for research staff. For some reason, as time goes on, fewer and fewer names seem to appear. Alright, well, let's see. Do I have to, like, get rid of this or something? I don't know. It feels like something I should get rid of, though. Well, it looks like we made it to the other side. Whoa, the world outside just gone. It just gobbled it up. The world outside? You mean the world inside of here? Anyways, now I can get to this. Give me that. Feels good. Now that is the last one. Now everything coming full circle, but what is left? I guess whatever contamination we just saw. Yeah, purify the rest of it. Just updated. Senior researcher Grazina, welcome to the Bunker Access Terminal server. So we just picked up keycards for like 3 different people. I see now. So Grazina had a higher spot. Makes sense. Looks like the keycard we just picked up still works. Which makes Paimon think this Grazina person must have been a pretty big deal. They seem to have had access to the entire bunker. It looks like the only place we haven't been yet was the supervisory office. Yeah, that. If that apocalypse thing is still hanging around, this is the only place it could be. Paimon thinks that whatever it is, it's probably not that scary, since scary things wouldn't want to hide from us. Surely. We better keep our eyes peeled, never underestimate an enemy. Things should want to hide from us. Surely. Alright, let's go check out the supervisory office. Honestly, the way I feel like it's supposed to say is super privacy office, but I keep wanting to say something else, and I think I know why I think I say yes, supervisory office, yeah. Worth it. This is a cool world quest because it's not the traditional, oh, I'm gonna just brute force it with my characters. Of course, obviously some reading, but like, it's cool just because I'm just playing as Traveler, and it feels like, I don't know, it feels like Traveler's inclusion. It's like the thing I really liked about how KRAI treated Traveler as a whole. Oh, okay. Wow, what a big open area. No way there's gonna be like a boss in this room, right? Here's a big area screen boss room. Seen a backstabbing snake? How dare you show off before me? Oh, Traveler, watch out! That monster seems to have been lured out. Nah, I think it was just here all along. Like we saw him zipping around earlier. Oh no, you're not Grazina. I can't detect your scent. What are you? A living being? Or another spirit flying aimlessly across the veiled sky? No living creature can enter this grave. Their grave. Our grave. Answer me. Did Professor Whatwrong send you here? Has my master forgiven me? Oh, so reading those texts actually came to fruition. Look, your name is hard to say, alright, but I know your first letter start with M. So you were the guy that was trying to talk to Professor and you cussed him out. You're that guy. Anyways. I could fight him, but are you the Apocalypse? 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 Look at the world out there. The Apocalypse has already descended upon us. Young Solveig tried to stop it. And Rahi. Oh, yeah, you mean Reed Miller? Who impersonated Reed Miller? Okay, never mind. Forget I said anything. Even that treacherous snake, Grazina. She tried to stop it. She tried to stop it too, huh? I didn't think she even tried to do anything because we didn't know exactly what happened to her. Their efforts were all in vain. It came. It still came. Alright. I love that wordplay, but I'd rather you not say it like that. Master, Professor Whatwrong, reduced that pathetic world to ashes with the Sampo. Oh, I remember that. I know what a Sampo is. After all that destruction, this bunker is all that remains, isolated amid the beveiled sky. You think the world has been destroyed. The world outside is doing pretty well. The world outside is nothing but a casket for things beyond their time. I know not from whence you came, but I have already broken free of the celestial shell. You no longer to suffer the shackles of gravity and fate. Okay. What is bro yapping about? And you are no servant to my master, or of my master, yet neither are you just another fool. Yet neither. Okay. Bro, what are you talking about? Will you join us? Become one with our flesh and our blood, or you will welcome death right here. Join or die. The world hasn't been destroyed. You're at the bottom of the sea. Enough! Cease your vicious lies, vowed desecrator. My master would not deceive me. We exist amid the... Bro, why are you so convinced of this bullshit? Let them, let them be interred in ruins of that extinguished world. Only we shall continue our existence amid the beveiled sky. Master, bear witness. There's no way, Traveler. Let's try using these plants to deal with it. So he's just gonna casually attack me, right? Okay, well. Is he just gonna keep doing that? Whoops. Oh, I see now. So we have to make sure these are fine. Can these repel? No, it doesn't. I have to make sure this is fine. Alright, so I guess we're gonna play the long game then. Let's just shoot through it. I missed one? How? Come on, what are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do, bro? That works? There, it's like, it inches his health, bro. Why do they even know how to attack if you... I don't know how much this guy is actually conscious or just an evil being, but I don't see the footage trying to figure it out. Is that a giant mandragora? It doesn't look as big as the local legend one, but well, check that out. Do the spiral blooms over there look different to you? I think we're good. Alright, come on. You go worse, brother. You're not that guy, come on. I parry everything. And not the anime. The anime's pretty good though. I'd rewatch it again, actually. Actually, I haven't been into it, but I was thinking of rewatching it. Okay. This is just sad to watch. So here I am. Yeah, throw all, okay, bro. What was the point of this fight? It was just like parry central, bro. I guess that's the whole meaning of this area. There's just so many of these beings that you have to parry them to beat them. You can't beat them with the weapon, but it takes longer. But there was like the super powered up version of it that we had from the quest with Elor. But phew, that was dealt with. What an annoying little what? Seemed convinced Tana was destroyed. We were outside the sky. Let's just forget about that idiot. Right. Looks like we dealt with that thing, whether it was Apocalypse or even the Abyss. All thanks to Mandragoras. Yeah. All thanks to my sword. No. Yeah, we better give credit to that researcher named Grazina, right? I wonders what happened to it. Alright, it's just that just about wraps everything up. Huh? Wait, what is this? I was wondering if I was gonna get something from this quest. So that's the fourth item. We need one more. So that's the fourth item for the Reed Miller. To Miss Grazina, should you ever wish to leave this place, please give this item to a member of the treasure hoarders. They will guide you to me, Master Thief Reed Miller. A proof of cognoscenti? What's it doing in a place like this? Yeah, I wonder. I actually am very curious. I thought it was about that guy impersonating Reed Miller itself, but why would the proof of cognoscenti be here? I don't know. Maybe that guy who, you know, disguised or impersonated Reed Miller really thought he was Reed Miller because he had that. It looks like it was left by Reed Miller himself. Okay, well, never mind. Yes, anything. This way is we're one step closer to the great treasure. I can't wait to find out what it is. I wonder if it's gonna be treasure. It'd be interesting if it isn't, but oh, the other quest is automatically.
An answer from this world?
Oh, so it turns into us finding the last proof of cognoscenti. That's the point of it? Ah, I see now. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Say that I'll keep in mind like I'm gonna do the world quest. I mean, I've been slowly doing stuff by second count to a decent degree. I'm pretty happy about how things turned out, to be honest. Because usually it takes me very long to do these streams. And usually I don't stream as long as I do. I just happen to have a bit more time, so I try to do these without destroying myself. Full archive would use, well, probably should have like drained my energy completely to where I wouldn't be able to do streams like this as often, but for some reason it's not that bad right now anyways. But I guess I know why it is. Return to center, leave the bunker. Oh, there seems to be still something left of this quest. Why? Okay. You hear strange recording about the apocalypse at the lake west of Pyramida. Okay. Alright. That's the most I've ever lied. Retrieve your weapon from the mechanism at the entrance and leave the bunker. Oh, I can finally breathe fresh air. It was so stuffy in there. After all that, never was an apocalypse to begin with. Everything out there. Oh, here's fine and dandy. Yeah. I guess it's just a little bit for the achievement. Imagine if I teleport, I would have missed the achievement. I wonder why 2 different meeting points are for this quest. I'm curious about what is in there. So, we for real only have like 2 world quests left. Because there wasn't as much this patch. It really feels weird. Am I wrong for saying all that? I'm so used to having more world quests than what I can deal with, but KRAI doesn't feel like it does it like that. You know something else that comes to mind? I'm pretty sure tomorrow we have another one of these to do. Yeah. I gotta remember I gotta do that tomorrow. I do think I should double check something about the event. I don't remember if everything's available today or not, but I'm probably gonna do it in today's stream since this is the only one that's left. It kind of makes me sad though. I wish that there was more world quests. This had less world quests than the first iteration of KRAI. But I guess the first iteration of KRAI also felt a tad bit bigger. A tad. Lempo I was pretty big though. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. The Kokake craft shop kind of carried this area for me though. I digress, but yeah, this area is not quite as big. I wonder what the next exploration is gonna be. If it's gonna be permanent, like during the summer event, or not. I guess I won't know until the time comes, I suppose. Is that our friend from before? I didn't think we'd see you again. How interesting. Tolfin! What are you doing here? Ah, fantastic. Just the dude I was waiting for. Huh? Did you know we would come here? Have you been following us since we parted at Blue Amber Lake? Haha, I was only joking. I came back to visit my parents and just so happened to be running errands here in Pyramida when I spotted the two of you. Upon seas. Huh? So you have family here? I believe that's what he said, didn't he? She nodded. I'm like, okay. Alright. She's, what's strange about it? Or about that? Just like a raven is born to raven parents. People don't magically appear out of thin air. Jesus, you didn't have to say it like that. That's not what Papa meant. Though, come to think of it, we're not really that close. Probably could see how it's kind of a personal question. You see, this is why sometimes I'm surprised about some of the things you say, Papa. Can I ask a question that isn't so personal? Good idea, Tolfin. Tolfin knows everyone and everything. He just might have the info we need. Recount your experiences searching for and finding the proof of cognoscenti after leaving Blue Amber Lake from the first area of KRAI, I guess. So, Tolfin, do you have any idea where the last proof of cognoscenti might be? I do have a few thoughts. However, seeing as it's Traveler, it'll probably be fun. From everything I've heard about your adventures, or from everything I've heard about your adventures, I believe he should be able to overcome the trial. There's another trial. Is it going to be impossible, is it? Then why did you tell us about it back at Blue Amber Lake? Good question. Well, the fact we can meet here again is a sign that our fates are somehow intertwined. Rather than dwell on the past, we should look we should look toward the future instead. Okay, alright, I see. Wow, that change of subject probably couldn't have felt any more forced if you tried. The last proof of cognoscenti is actually with my grandmother. I'm on my way to visit her now. Why don't you tag along? What? You know, just because of his haircut, don't trust him. I think we could trust him. If it wasn't for him, the first World Quest when it turned out the way it did. But that was due to distrust for somebody else, so I don't know. Seriously, what are the chances Tolfin's grandmother? What do you think she's like, Traveler? You think she's kind of sweet old lady who loves to tell stories. Doesn't most old women do that? Well, despite saying this, there is an old lady that we can go beat the shit out of, because for some reason that's okay to make a local legend like that. She does tell stories, but never mind. You'll see when we get there. Okay. Oh. 500 meters away. I see what it is. Nah, that's Tolfin's grandmother? Hell nah. What the? Hold on, I might want to change my team for fighting her, bro. Hold on. Nah, I'm switching to this too, just in case. Unless this version of her just ends up being weaker than a local legend version, I'm wasting my time doing this. But I wouldn't be surprised if they try to force us to deal with the mechanic. Or maybe it's gonna make the Traveler interact with it. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I guess I'll find out in a second. This is really his grandmother? That's crazy. Oh, well. Look who's remembered to visit. Did you take care of that matter for me, you little brat? Of course I did. Would I dare show my face here if I hadn't? This is my grandmother, though I'm sure she'd rather be known as Hijita, the Black Barrel Hag, then a failed merchant's grandmother. She doesn't look anything like Tofin at all. She's far too serious. Paimon, what? You can't just say that. I hear that a lot, but at the end of the day, we're family. We're a lot more alike than people think. This is Traveler and Paimon. They've already found the other proofs of cognoscenti. Oh, so you've already found the other four. Well, that takes some real talent. But I'm afraid you're gonna have to let me see that talent for myself. This is crazy, dog. Seeing as the brat brought you in, I won't make things too hard for you. How about we just trade a few moves? Oh, okay. Hold on. This, something about this doesn't feel right. What exactly is the problem? If you want to get your hands on the great treasure, you'll naturally need to get past me first. She's a stubborn old bag of bones, but once she sees what you can do, everything will be on the table. Come on, Traveler. It's in your hands now. Brother. It's probably going to make me use Traveler as well, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to feel like I wasted my time switching teams. No, we can do this thing.
These old bones have still got it.
Oh, she's dying. Okay, yeah, she's dying. I had a feeling it was gonna be like that, but I just thought it was gonna force the mechanic on me, so I was gonna prepare freeze just in case. Not bad at all. You do have a promise. Here. This is the proof of cognoscenti you've been seeking. But if you want to claim the great treasure, there's still one final path you'll have to tread. Ooh. Not that it'll hold him back, not considering how sharp the little lad is. He's a far more fitting heir to the treasure hoarders than you are, you useless lump. The heir to the treasure hoarders? Me? Huh? So Granny is a treasure hoarder? Tolfin, you too? Tolfin I'm not really surprised about. I was surprised to hear that the grandma is, or maybe she used to be, cause like, come on, I don't know. The fact that a granny can fight like that is crazy, but I guess you could say that. Okay. I probably never would have guessed. You don't look like a treasure hoarder. Don't tell Papa you knew about this all along, Traveler. Oh yeah, I figured it out pretty quickly. Because, you know, that symbol right there. The treasure hoarders have medals that you collect in the game and it looks just like that. You'd think I don't pay attention to things in Genshin. Sometimes I don't notice things, but I do notice that. I noticed that on his son. Don't tell me you didn't explain it to them. Were you really planning to deliver the great treasure to a couple of know-nothings? You couldn't tell a treasure hoarder if they introduced themselves and brought them to their grandmother? They show they have what it takes to gather the proofs of cognoscenti. And they handled your challenge just fine. In fact, weren't you praising them just now? You little. Alright. Don't give yourself a heart attack. Explain everything to them right now. I'll see to it that Traveler is willing to be the treasure hoarder's heir exactly as you wanted. Hold on a second. What? You know what? This is probably why we need to be careful trusting this guy. But honestly, let's just see this. You really think you can make all that clear to them lickety splits? Why you gotta say lickety split, man? What are you worried about? You won't show about how I'm just like that good for nothing Bri. At least I inherited his gift for smooth talking, didn't I? Hope it leads you to a quiet corner to talk. So what's going on here? We heard that if we collect all the 5 proofs of cognoscenti, we can find a great treasure hidden east of the moon, west of the sun. Are you seriously telling Paimon that we have to take over as leaders of the treasure hoarders just to get Reed Miller's treasure? Honestly, all this air talk is wearing Paimon out. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to imagine anyone leading the treasure hoarders. I mean, you could just see it as like a proof of a legend or something. I don't know. I never really thought the treasure hoarders would have a leader because they just kind of look free-spirited. It would be cool if they were more of an organization because they would be more interesting, but they don't feel like one. They feel like the fucking hilly trolls in the world. They just kind of scatter and they just appear wherever they feel like. Exactly. There are people who call themselves treasure hoarders in every corner of Teyvat these days. And that's where the problem lies. You see, that is a problem. While we might be able to face reality, my stubborn old grandmother still dreams of a day when treasure hoarders can restore their glory from the days of Reed Miller. She fantasizes that someone will come along and rally the masses. Let the dead bury the Let the dead bury the dead, and rise to build an Elysium for the hungry and the poor on the wealth of the high and haughty. While most of us have heard how Reed Miller stole from the rich and helped to help the poor, yes, Robin Hood stole, very few know that treasure hoarders once defended Elysium from the dark abyss. I do remember reading a story about that. Think of the story when we first met this guy, if I'm not mistaken, on my tripping. It was somewhere along the lines of somewhere in there. It was the treasure hoarder's golden age. It was the worst of times, and yet somehow it was also the best. I don't know, maybe things are still the same today, but that era is past, and she'll have to accept that someday. Paimon, yeah, you're not wrong, but what are we supposed to do about it? Before we go any further, Traveler, are you willing to serve as the heir to treasure hoarders and see that Reed Miller's dream is one day fulfilled? I have my own dream to fulfill. I just want to inherit the treasure he left behind. It's like, yeah, I'm not here for all that bullshit. Just give me the treasure, man. Like, I feel like there was definitely a story that was built upon this philosophy. Yeah, we went through all this trial just to find out that I gotta be a royal heir to some shit I didn't ask for. Nah. Okay, that's enough laughing. Just as I thought. Then how about we do it this way? Let's put on a little show. Again? That's what you said back at Blue Amber Lake. Sure, you helped us get the proof of cognoscenti back then, but who knows when you'll use those same sneaky tricks on us. Yeah, like, I mean, he didn't, like, do anything really bad towards us, but it was a lie he did to us. I'm not gonna sit here and say he didn't lie to us. Why would I do anything to thwart you when we're already such good friends? Instead of being suspicious, how about we focus on what we're going to say? You have a brief discussion with Tolfin about how to convince Hiljeta, or Hiljeta, I forgot that's how you say Hiljeta. According to Tolfin, simply mentioning the name of Avlion, should be enough to gain her trust. And if she ever brings up the name Brahi, all you have to say is that you don't agree with his methods. As for who these two people actually are, Tolfin says it's a long story and promises to explain everything in detail when he gets the chance. Surely. So what do you want to say, little lad? Are you in? I will fulfill Avlion's dream. Oh, good. That's the spirit. If it weren't for that little brat acting just like that good-for-nothing Brahi, the Brupacado City would have been scattered and lost for so long. Where nothing like Tolfin or that Brahima, call it fellow, you can rest assured. What the? Reading that just kind of like bothered me. Just what the hell? Why did you say it like that? Yeah, whatchamacallit would have just been better than saying all that. Even I have to admit that Traveler is the most suitable candidate to inherit the great treasure. And it is settled. All that's left is for you to retrieve the great treasure. At the treasure site, you'll likely run into a few tricks left behind by that good-for-nothing. I'm sure you'll be fine to handle anything he came up with. Uh, uh, Papa still has no idea where the east of the moon, west of the sun could be. The map made it way too damn obvious, but I mean, I would have found it before doing this world quest regardless, so. Oh, that, well, it's beyond the horizon, yet so close you could touch it. Also, oh, that's Tolfin. Oh, that, well, it's beyond the horizon, yet so close you could touch it. Also, I hope we join you for the next trial. So, here's wishing you all the best. Still, I'll be in Pyramida for a little while longer, so please let me know if everything goes well. I'm counting you, counting on the both of you. Uh-huh. Oh, I like how it shows up on the map. The thing is, the symbol of the treasure hoarders is like right here. It's still such a weird symbol, but I always wondered what this was. I didn't know it was a raven, but I guess it makes sense. But look at this little face here, man. I thought it was an anteater at one point. I like to get my energy back, so I might go smack that guy up. Why am I picking these up? I'm doing it on my second account. I'm able to get a 5-star right now, but I'm waiting until second half starts. Is my weapon on fire by chance? I guess I must have parted it in different areas. I don't want to stay in this room if I don't want to. I don't particularly like using this for exploration, but I wonder how many people. Also, I wonder how many people got the New Blood outfit. I keep thinking. I have a friend that's definitely gotten it, but like I just keep thinking about the fact that on one hand, I can see why people like it, but it just looks. It doesn't look as good as I thought it would. It looked worse than I thought it would, to be honest. But it's hard to explain that because I'm more of a fair judge of character when I see things that I may or may not like. I try to give the benefit of the doubt most of the time, even when I dislike something. Doesn't this slide open? Ooh, Traveler, let's head down and check it out. There might be each other waiting for us. I'm just kidding, I didn't think that's what she said. Anyways. Oh, wait. That is what she said. There might be treasure waiting for us. Wait, why would Power say that? Of course. There's nothing else but treasure down here. Like, come on, man. So there's one more trial, like the old lady said. But it's thieving weasels. Oh, wait. Wait, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. The treasure hoarder symbol is the treasure thief, weasel thief. Yeah, this thing. Not the swiper, no swiping, but that's what I think when I see these things every time. Suspicious notes. Gold is noble, and silver bright. But which metal would truly please the iron-faced gatekeeper's sight? As anything goes, like calls to like, so perhaps the answer is already cut and dried. There's only two answers, though. A line of tiny text is written in the corner of the notice. It's easy to miss if one isn't paying attention. And if all else fails, winning by brute force still makes you the hero. How did that work? What? Why do I feel like this opens the door because of the color of the door? I was right! Fucking iron and gold. Nah, hold on. I was thinking about like the actual image, or not image, what's the resource for this? It's not here. That's funny that just happened. Do I have to go all the way behind here? No, I shouldn't have to. There we go. This. Yeah, it just looked like this one. Wait, no, it is a raven. Yeah, it looks like a raven. Here, I thought of the weasel, but the weasel thief. I thought that was what the symbol was because it showed like a weasel before he actually opened the area up, but the metal itself is a raven. Anyways, yeah, it is a raven. I thought I was tripping then. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. I ended up picking this one. The question asked about these two, but it never mentioned this one. I was like, why? Then the color of the door made me think I should just see the key to the very left. That's just so convenient. Nothing else to be missed, right? I don't think so. Keep wanting to look around here a little bit, but I don't know how I find radish there, and I don't know why I think it's okay to pick it up either. Brother, what is this? What? He dug up an explosive barrel? This is getting super dangerous. Uh, Within this little plot, both danger and luck are found. To tell the fake from the real, look at the strange rock lights on the ground. Rock lights? A line of tiny text is written in the corner of the notice. Easy to miss if one isn't paying attention. The main gate is locked down hard, so don't bother trying until the sky falls apart. Okay.
Installation chamber.
Why can I
deployed.
keep digging it? Why can I keep digging it?
Initiating
I'll take that,
categorization process.
Take this though. If there's a chest in every one of these, I might as well do this, even though I have a feeling it might be over here. Oh.
Defensive mode.
Hey there!
I don't know why you went up there,
Keep
but
them. I no longer need offerings.
I should not let that happen. Ah! I know it's gonna happen at least once. Why did I not have this up? That's my fault. Ah, I have a should up, bitch! Now you can't do that to me. Oh, okay, break it. What is the point of digging all that? Well, now I've did all of that, but now I need to know where the weasel went. Oh. Did that do something? Oh, now there's something on the ground here. How are you supposed to find that if you were a normal person? Behind like a Kavaki sealed place, like without using Kavaki, you couldn't even get to that. Okay, am I alive? Okay. Thought I would take damage. What the heck? Find a weasel holding the key? But there's... You know... I want the skills replaced with this? Oh. Am I screwed? That's not the one I'm looking for. I think it's this one. Not that one. Please collect more? Oh, okay. That's still not the one I'm looking for. Brother, ew. So it's this one. What? Mysterious meat. Aged. What? We're having to do this now? What the hell going on? Aged. You know what? Do this. I'm not interested. Guess this isn't biting. I'll do this one. Wow, it actually brought the key. I guess they can't deny me. I mean, I understand that completely. Duke's fine. Ran out of iron coins. I did not think that was what I was using to throw something. Ah, there's the final waypoint. Wow. This place looks sick. Wow, this place looks sick, bro. This looks like a scene out of fucking Indiana Jones looking at this. Makes me think I look at Indiana Jones looking at this. What's funny? Another Witchel Thief statue. Look for strange... Okay. Should I do this? It's mentioning things I didn't expect it to mention, like how Akmar and yes. Sure, why not? The arrangement of the treasure vault is pretty much complete. Without the help of these little weasel friends, I'd have no idea how to transport so many iron coins here without anyone noticing. To commemorate their service and hard work, I'll call these little critters Weasel Thieves and grant them the title of official treasure hoarders from now on. Oh. Just kidding. If Miss... Oh, Aaliyah knew, or Aaliyah, or... Yeah, Aaliyah. Interesting that he mentioned Miss Aaliyah. But if Miss Aaliyah knew, in the afterlife, or Aaliyah, I keep wanting to say Aliyah or Aaliyah, but yeah, that I was giving wild weasels such absurd names, she'd probably jump right out of the pillar of Inblood and beat me up. But no way I can call them that, unless, of course, I were to write poetry in the future and fail to come up with any other name, or if no other name would make the rhythm and meter work. I have to say, Father had a real eye for hiding secret funds. This place is so well concealed. Not only would it be unlikely for anyone to stumble upon it, even wild weasels would have a hard time squeezing in here without guidance. It's such a pity that his foresight has only ever extended so far. Even when Rotwine used him up to the hilt, he never harbored the slightest suspicion. This is interesting to even mention him, but now I guess that makes sense about the Procado City, but does this mean he was actually there and not the person that thought he was a person? I'm just, alright, you know what. Ultimately, the secret funds he hid here back then were only stolen because those two old geezers, Avlian and Sylvester, came snooping around and coaxed the words out of me. By Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, I was only 5 years old. Two young men playing good cop and bad cop, using both the carrot and stick to get a 5-year-old to talk? Damn, what normal human could come up with that? Actually, forget humans. What normal Fae, Jinn, Seelie, Spectre, Loachfolk, Phantasm, or whatever creature would even think of this? Sacred heirs of the Frostwood Scions indeed. What rotten immoral behavior. Father chewed me out for 3 days afterwards, and even the Petrichor vacation I had been promised got washed out. That said, that place got washed out later too. What's more infuriating is that when I brought this up to Sylvester a while ago, he actually claimed he couldn't recall how he deceived me back then. Just that Avlian claim to want the children to lead better lives. I completely understand their thoughts and actions. Return all the wealth father had plundered to those poor children. It was the right thing to do. But really, did they have to do it through me? Was I really the sole avenue through which a breakthrough could have been made, gentlemen? Besides the Silver and besides, Anne Silver probably doesn't know this. The secret funds they stole pertain to be chivalrous outlaws who robbed the rich, helped the poor, or to help the poor. We're back in father's coffers in less than 3 days, several times the original amount, stored from other sources. Those self-employed profiteers can always rack in wealth without lifting a finger, while the the venal sycophants, it's interesting to read that in this game, who surround them twist it into proof of their master's innate diligence and wisdom. No one could become that rich otherwise, surely. Okay, the game of robbing the rich to feed to the poor only adds weight to the shackles of the impoverished. As Miss Alia's terrifying, gloomy sister once told me, no matter how pure the water of goodwill, if it falls on soil poisoned with malice, the seeds of evil are the only thing that will grow. Okay. Avlian probably realized this eventually, but his Elysium, no matter how firmly he believed it existed on Earth, remained much too far from those truly suffering in poverty. True enough. After all, how can someone who has never known the amount of kindness, someone constantly insulted and harmed, be expected to believe they should love their neighbor or even their enemies? Damn. Neither Avlian nor Miss Alia, or Leah, I keep wanting to say it like that. You know, I'm just gonna go with it. But ever answer that question. They were both kind people who imagined people to do better than they really were, believing that virtues and ideals could overcome the evil bred by circumstance. Fortunately, I am just a selfish nobleman, and I lack their kindness. I suspect Avlian felt the same. After all, in his eyes, there probably only ever been one truly kind noble in this world. Things I've witnessed leave me unable to hold such idealistic confidence in human nature. Says the guy who is also selfish. Anyways, anyone can be selfish, but goddamn. I think it's just sad that the rich just want to take more. I don't see the point in that. If you have so much, you're gonna gain so little by taking more. Does it make you feel better to take things? This is why I question even tech giants in the world. They hold so much power, but they want more? What the fuck else do you want? You have what you want, you just want to have world domination of a different scale. You want to have your influence everywhere in the world? Windows. But, yeah, Microsoft. But you get what I'm saying when I say this. I don't get it. Yeah, there's so much influence. Why don't you just make the world a better place? Why do you have to do it in the price of money? You're never going to go bankrupt. Or maybe that's really going to end up becoming a reality one day. Who knows? It's barely been a decade since Miss Alia's sacrifice, and those bandits who scattered like frightened birds and beasts have already begun bravely misusing Avlian's words to justify their atrocities against the innocent, whether it's wandering merchants barely scraping by, or overworked laborers starving for their next meal. I really hate hearing that. I really hate reading that nowadays. Anyone could be branded a lackey of princes or a traitor who betrays his brothers and neighbors and therefore ripe for their noble robbery. Those who came before overcame evil with evil ideals, or noble ideals. That said evil ideals is crazy. Now the bandits who claimed to be their successors waved the same banner, declaring that anyone who opposes them is an enemy to those noble ideals, thus embodying the very evil that was once defeated. I could send bandits who commit atrocities in the name of rebuilding and oppress the laboring poor to the Iocrati. I did not think they would mention that, where they sleep with the fishes for good. In fact, I have already done so. Oh, good to know. What about after I die? Who can guarantee that those once noble ideals won't be twisted into crimes even I can't imagine? Al Akmar could not guarantee it. Aranias could not guarantee it. Xbalanque could not guarantee it. The noble lords of Mondstadt. Oh wow, aristocracy failed to guarantee it. Yeah, Eula's story guarantees that logic. Nor can the Frostproof Sires guarantee it, and some so-called master thief Reed Miller will surely fail to guarantee it. Evil comes from humanity as truly as naturally as honey from a hive. Ah, well said, brother. Well said. We are our worst enemy. It is just in our nature. It is a sad reality. Why are we such bad people, but we can also be good people at the same time? I mean, we can have bad apples, but why is it so bad that it hurts everyone? It's just like the crash out is inevitable. Eventually, it's gonna happen in some timeline. At some point, someone's gonna have to deal with that fallout too. It's a shame. It's that they showed all of these because like the mention of Akbar, Shabalake, Aranias, we're thinking about the fall of civilizations, and all of them have something similar to mention when I see these in these notes. Shabalake with the dragon race, Al Akbar with the forbidden knowledge, Aranias. I believe that was I can't remember everything for Aranias because that was like a completely different story, but it was more about greed in that story. I do remember that. Try to foster knowledge, and it turned into like trying to prove something through their research. Noble Lords of Mondstadt, that was just something as simple as humanity being ugly. And then the Frostwood Silence, well, yeah, I think that was something else, but I can't even remember that story because it didn't really resonate with me, to be honest. But yeah, neither Avlian nor Solster, nor Miss Aaliyah, who enchants me so, I cannot place all my hope in human nature the way they did. I don't want the name of Master Thief Reed Miller to fade into history, forgotten by all. What's more, I don't want that name and the ideals it once stood for be twisted by future villains and revealed by the public. Okay, then what do you want to do, brother? Hence, there's only one solution I could think of. Let those so-called ideals be buried by history, let us smother them beneath countless contradictory, absurd, laughable, yet irreversible stories until every trace of meaning is worn away and only a sweeping legend remains. This way, anyone who commits evil in our name will never be mistaken for a serious idealist. Rather, they shall be dismissed as childish dreamers, drunk on romantic tales. Greed always outlasts ideals, at least that's what I believe. As long as the tale of the great treasure continues to be told, there will always be gamblers, dreaming of making a fortune overnight, repeating the name of the master thief Reed Miller endlessly. Better a harmless name, one that lets the poor laugh from the heart, one that gives them just a little more courage to face tomorrow, than a banner that villains would seek to claim. Ah, better a harmless name. Okay. I see where this story is going. If the rebels of some future age truly need a new banner, they will find a hero who belongs to their own time. Whatever the hero's name may be, it should never be Master Thief Reed Miller. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. What an interesting story that is. Can I not? I'm gonna have to like actually reach that the old-fashioned way. Okay, nothing up here. Just making sure. Because showed the notes, but I was wanting it to have more than one note anyway. Nothing else around here. Just conveniently built like this. That's it. Oh, I guess it's worth checking at least. Okay. Where's all the more? It's just a bunch of iron coins. Eh? What's happening? He opened the chest for what reason? There's something in there. Let's get the statue. Oh, oh right, we're supposed to find a strange iron coin, right? This area, like, reeks of a certain area from Lord of the Rings when I look at it, but maybe that's the wrong analogy, given that there's already a place that looked a lot like this, and that was when we first fought Child. The story of Leroy, but it's so long been in the past. Oh. Where are they going? Investigate the chest. I was gonna check this first. A message from the legendary thief for Miller. So this is actually him. Okay. Sure, it's not too long. To you, my esteemed guest, who has gathered all the proof of cognoscenti. Reading this note means that you successfully solved my puzzle. Congratulations, well done. Now the legendary great treasure you're looking for is right in front of you. You're welcome to enjoy yourself. These unclaimed riches are the spoils due to the cognoscenti. However, as the founder of the treasure hoarders, I would like to give you one more piece of advice. No matter who you are, exposing mountains of wealth to the light of day, flaunting it in pursuit of glory and vanity, thereby attracting the envy and covetous type or covetous eyes of countless onlookers, is not a wise move. Please take these treasures, which belong to you alone, away quietly. Then remove this note and pretend you never found anything. Let people believe the proof of cognoscenti still lies scattered across every corner of this continent, waiting to be gathered by those fortunate few chosen by fate. Let the story continue to circulate. Let those who dream of sudden riches continue their hard work. This way, the wealth you obtained after countless trials will sit much more safely in your hands. I feel like this statement holds not as much weight. Depending on how much time has passed, value changes, you know? Things that turn into, like, a legend ends up losing a lot of value too, depending on how people view it, depending on how obtainable something is as well. If it's not the material side that makes it obtainable, if they don't find any, you know, results in searching for the thing that they're searching, then it's just a legend that we can just look in a bygone era. I don't think it's wrong to think that. Oh, it's a squid guy. You don't mind me doing this, right?
Umbrella warfare, I
Not
guess.
taking damage.
Hey there! Hiya! Watch out!
Gosh, I love this character so much. This character, I never get tired of her playstyle. Easily my favorite Claymore character in the game. Open. Alright, just let me see it. Wow, oh, that looks sick. Tsubaki. These look up top. What the hell? The coins just went upwards, so now there's just a boat that remains. That's sick, actually. Oh shit, who cares? Make sure there could be a board. Oh, that's a killing Paimon.
I'm loving this treasure hunt.
Oh god. Structure teacup. I guess I should check. That's a 3-star. No, I'm dog. I'm tripping. Anyways, that's a 3-star. I was looking wrong. Okay. It's funny that I just like read that. Damn. Now, what am I supposed to do with a Geo Goblet? I only get one chance to on a reroll for that. Alright, so I only get one chance at this. Okay. One more chance. Hey, that's really the best it could have been. Give me that. Cool. Did I need to do that? Nah, it just looked cool. I didn't have to do that at all. Bruh. The worst thing is I probably should raise this because it has HP on it. It's like the only excuse to keep it. But I don't need to raise it, so I'll just unlock the one I have because it's not like I need 4 of those EM pieces. I would say the HP one is more important, but I have this one. But I know I need a second one. Anyways, that's enough of that. Wait, this is the third one? I didn't see the second one yet. What? Okay, fine. Hold on. Let me drink some water. I need to drink some water badly. Rumors about the proof of cognoscenti have been spread. Most people know that a key exists. They won't go out of their way to find alternative means of entry. All I have to do now is fabricate a few tales of the treasure hunters who tried to take shortcuts but came up empty-handed, then spread them under the names of Brahi the Bard and Great Duke Trubetskoy. That should be more than enough to convince future generations of the necessity of seeking the proof of cognoscenti. Like his greedy father, the new Grand Duke of Trebetskoy heard rumors of the treasure and schemed to seize even the gifts of the Master Thief had left for the poor. That is crazy. And what matters the treasure was more splendid than the gold of Hisi, really? More dazzling than the silver of Kitensgrad. Kitensgrad? That's neither mentioning. Even the flesh and blood of the Lord of Geo could scarcely measure its worth. I don't know if I believe that, but okay. Such was the vast hoard of iron coins that the Master Thief left behind, wealth enough to shake the very economy of the northern lands. Wait, that's not right. If I were to list the treasure contents outright, some people would lose interest. Exactly. Such was the treasure that the Master Thief left behind, wealth enough to shake the very economy of the Northlands. Even a bard with such nimble lips, and silver tongue, as I could scarcely recount it in full. Alright, that'll do. And lastly, I'll spin something about how the new Grand Duke of Trebetskoy was effortlessly bested by the Master Thief's companion, a beauty known as Wagtail. That was the name of the psychic? Really? I didn't know the name was actually Wagtail. I knew it was like a silly name given that girl from the story with at the Experimental Design Bureau. They had these weird names, but I didn't know it was Wagtail. As long as it's written in a sufficiently dashing manner, I'm sure Leah wouldn't mind. But this is notes 3. Where's notes 2 at? Look, it mentions Brahi over here. Looks like he was the one who made these records. So iron coins were really the currency back in the day. That means a mountain of things could truly be called a great treasure. You don't say! 'Cause time changes the value of things. Unless it should. If we think about the crisis with the RAM and all that, affecting everything. Supply and demand is like, honestly, a blessing and a curse. Good for companies, but bad for the consumer. I don't like that. It is what it is. Anyways, back to this. How old are these iron coins? Because we're used to Mora and Teba. Everyone extends the life of everything to not a material dollar bill. There's no such thing as a bill in this world. It just seems to be Mora. How much Mora is in the world? I keep asking this question because apparently only Jean Li was able to do it. But wasn't the last Lord of Geo able to do it before him? Oh wait, there isn't no last one. Because he's the very first one that still exists to this day. He now cannot make more anymore. So my problem about that is how much more is in the world. I've asked that question a long time ago, but I feel like asking it because it just feels fitting now. I asked this because what other currency may have been here before his time? Maybe it was these iron coins here. Or maybe this was like something that was only for nobles. I don't know. If only we come a few hundred years ago, we'd be rich. Iron coins aren't worth much more these days. Well, the difference in iron coins is that it's Mora. As they say, value lies in scarcity. The less of it there are, the more value it should have, right? But the problem with this is that this doesn't hold much meaning. It depends on the person that values it at that point, because time kind of changes the value of things. Exactly. So if we can find this prototype iron coin he wrote about, collectors are sure to go crazy for it. Probably best we could get a pretty penny for that one. Too bad we don't know where it's buried. Are we really supposed to take up this whole place by ourselves? We'll get a dressing down from the Black Barrel hag if we don't. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you're right. We mustn't get on the wrong side of her. We might be able to handle her attacks, but Paimon will have to fly far, far away. Speaking of the Black Barrel hag, now that Paimon has seen Brill's notes, or Brahi, I keep on calling him Brill, Brahi's notes, and all these iron coins, she finally understands why that. Oh, she finally understands why that old lady wants to bring back the good old days. It just feels meaningless now, though. To her, those days must have been the real Elysium. Yeah. I would thanks for living in a pretty wonderful time, too. You and Paimon, and all the friends we've met on our journey. This is our golden age. That's probably how Tolfin feels as well. He chose not to share the full history of the treasure hoarders with us because he didn't want us to bear the weight of expectation. Looks like this adventure ends here. Getting all the Father Cognos Senti wasn't easy, and Paimon knows it was far from a fruitless journey, but she can't help feeling a little disappointed. That makes me a bit sad, but this story was like at least not what I expected, but I kind of like the message that this world quest gave. Or can I even call it a world quest? I might as well call it that because it goes back to 5.0, or not 5.0, 6.0, if we want to call it that. I wonder if it said that I'm going to be called 6.0 and everyone's going to shoot themselves in the foot, but we'll leave that for the future. That's why I question people that call it 6.0. Anyways, passing on. That way, why do you think this? What do you think of this ship here? Why do you think this ship is here? Okay, perhaps it's sank under the weight of the greed it could not bear. Shut up, man. Maybe it's a ship of dreams that could run aground before it ever set sail. That must mean that this treasure hoarder's this is the treasure hoarder's secret dock. Hundreds of years have passed now, and local geography's changed. Pilot figures it's probably never going to get the chance. Or probably never going to get a chance. That's such a shame. Even though the ship is hundreds of years old, it looks almost new. Traveling would be so much easier if we had a boat as big as this, don't you think? Nah, we got checkpoints. Oh, wait, we got waypoints. Get it right. We got places we could teleport. So, yeah. I'll be the captain piloting. You can be the chief, the chief mate. Why the chief mate? I kept the traveler tying the jib to the mizmast and raising the port side anchor to the low line captain. Okay. How convincing if I'm on chief matiness. Come on, take the helm and let's set sail. What the? Hold on. Before taking the helm, I need to figure out where the second notes. Did I miss it? It's in this area then. We read the first one, but now there's that. Could Braille's notes, or probably his notes, just be something like this? But it didn't say that. It didn't say it the second one. I'm kind of questioning whether or not I should go on my way to find it, but I don't see... Hold on. There's something up here. Hold on. Four? Bro. Okay. Fine. Sylvester's departed in the end. This should be the last time I return here to pen notes. I was planning to burn everything I've written before, but after burning half of it, I thought about it and gave up on the endeavor. Better leave something behind, because apart from this, there's really nothing else. In accordance with this, with his own wishes, his funeral was remarkably quiet. The handful of lightkeepers he trained personally shed no tears for him, which is understandable. If I could live to his age, free from illness and disaster, returning peacefully to the earth, I wouldn't want others to weep for me either. Bullshit. Lightkeepers are well accustomed to parting with the dead. Isla didn't come to his funeral. I assumed she had no idea, so I made a special trip to Hisi Island. I forgot which one this one is by Isla. I just know Aliyah, and that was that other lady that we had actually met, her soul, in the quest for Elor. I forget the other one here, but the place had been nearly demolished, and only the central Grand Temple and the Tower of the North remaining. Her maid, whose name I cannot recall, though I remember, Isla, saying that she was an adopted orphan from foreign lands, spoke to me timidly, saying that the Lady Moonchanter had long known of my coming and was aware of the Lightkeeper's affairs. She had no intention of seeing me and asked me to leave. Damn. She doesn't want to see me, so be it. Not that there'd be much to say if we did meet anyway. Okay. So that is the fourth one. Where's the third one? I feel like I can't leave without seeing the third one now. Is that the third one right there? Please tell me the third one. Oh. Oh. Wait. It was the second one I forgot about? Wait, that means this was the third one, wasn't it? I mean, this one's the third one. Oh, I'm tripping. I was looking for the second one then. Okay. Well, the last thing we need to read then. I found myself enthralled with reading these, but this one is the longest one since the first one. Fair enough. What is this supposed to be about? I imagine that someone would find the treasure vault just 3 weeks after I'd set it up. What surprised me even more was that I actually recognized the person. I never thought I'd run into him here. Dmitry Dubrovich Sotovin. Oh, Sotovin. I don't know how to say his name right because it's Russian. Trusted aide of the Grand Duke Filipov, third-class military officer, chief instructor of the Seznanian Royal Military Academy. If I remember correctly, he was prompted to this position the year Avlian enrolled, occupying Say cushy. Okay, lucrative position until the common disaster. Oh. He would even host foreign dignitaries occasionally, such as the Commander-in-Chief Fontaine's Great White Armada. I forgot Fontaine had something like that. Was that the flying ship I'm thinking about? That we'll never get to see again other than that one cutscene? I don't know. The Grand Master of Mondstadt Nitroponius, in short, he was a real show-off. I did not think you mentioned Varka. This had to have been from a different timeline, right? It couldn't have been Varka, but I'm just gonna say it's Varka. According to official records, he had long since died alongside His Majesty the Tsar? The Tsar? Sacrificing himself for the nation. Not that this is anything new, even Avlian once appeared as deceased in the records. One can always rely on the unreliability of Sezai's civil system. Damn. What surprised me was the old man before me seemed almost entirely different from the spirited, haughty, and overbearing officer I once remembered. I don't know what he endured, but he looked far more gaunt and aged in his years. I mean, it's age. I don't tell you, bro. Maybe he went through something. I don't know. The moment he saw me, his first instinct was to draw his sword and strike. Luckily, I reacted in time, pairing his blade with Avlian's gauntlet and shouting his name. He froze for a moment, muttering incoherently for a while. It was as if he hadn't used human speech in ages. Finally, he forced out his phrase, asking who I was. Okay. I spent a long time talking with the old man. Said he no longer remembered me, but he remembered my father's name. Of course, he'd abandoned his own noble title and name long ago, choosing instead to spend the rest of his life protecting the children at the borderlands. I love hearing borderlands. Those homeless children wandering through wastelands. Oof. At first, I thought he built a shelter. I didn't realize the children had never even seen him. He slew the wicked villains who sought to harm them out of their sight. As for why he did it, what truly happened in KRAI and how he ended up in KRAI, he refused to say. Naturally, I didn't press further. The old man had absolutely no interest in treasure and hadn't even heard the rumors I spread about the great treasure. I simply felt that something was off about this place. I suspected it was a slaver's camp, and following his instincts, okay, stormed in with the intention of taking me out on the spot, okay. After I finished explaining the thought process behind the treasure vault, the old man fell silent for a moment. He said that if a student had proposed such a ridiculous scheme back when he was chief instructor, he would have thrown it straight back and ordered them to start over. As for now, he didn't finish speaking, simply leaving in silence. The old man's right. If someone else were to stumble in here the same way, guided by nothing but sharp instinct, then this entire plan would be pointless. I was mentioning that you don't want someone who is here for greed, for the treasure in a greedy way. I say, yeah. I need a way to make this place nearly impossible to find, yet draw people towards more attainable goals. The problem is, I feel like this would not work on me because I need results. I'm someone who really needs results when I strive towards something. When I feel like I'm striving towards something, I like that little bit of gain over time. Can't say it's the same for Primo Gems because in this game, it ain't giving me the same peace of mind as Blue Archive. Unfortunately, I gained the prophecy in that game, but getting Primo Gems in this game doesn't really feel that meaningful anymore to me because my account's 5 years old in a few months, so that's probably why my account's just that old. I've got an idea, but first I need to talk to Alua, and see if she's willing to help me. She probably would. After all, I'll tell you the story of the Master Thief Million to the Proof of Causality. At least that's what I'll call it for now. Would also serve as a tribute to Miss Alia. I keep wanting to say Alia, but Huh, so that's how he led to that thought process, but the first one he didn't really talk about it in detail, so I guess there's that. You know, I usually don't read these, but I was somewhat interested in this quest because this guy was built up for a very long time. Reed Miller's name was mentioned in Mondstadt in 1.0 by like some dude from the Adventures Guild, forgot his name. And they even had a world quest based off of that thought process. But we didn't know about the Protocosm Sensi and all that shit. We just knew of Reed Miller's name and that he was a leader of the treasure hoarders and he was kind of like viewed as like this legendary pirate or someone who proliferates and finds great treasure. Kind of similar to another quest that it makes me think about, which was the quest with I guess you could say the story quest that was in the Mulan story quest, story beat from the Chronicle story quest that we had in Natlan. That makes me think of that story. Grasp the helm. We're out of here, bro. We're done. My eyes? Oh. Eyes on, just up ahead. Nothing about it looks out of the ordinary. Ryla, I'm still not happy about this. I mean, the treasure's been marked by the governor if we take it. Oh, don't worry. We still have a few more days before the drill's over, and by the time the governor notices, we'll already be a Stezzograd. No one will think to come after us. That's not what's bothering me. What if he ends up on the hook for telling us where the treasure is? Who? You mean the Brahi kid? Why do you care? He's had his fair share of honey brewed for the few, and I haven't? What are you talking about? And that kid are nothing alike. If you were on the safe side as him, you wouldn't. Ah, don't worry about him. He'll be fine. He might be adopted, but he's still the governor's son. Besides, he's young. Oh. Damn, I could not read that time. Can I do this at time? Yeah, I can't read it. What the Bounty Island looks like. I guess it really does live up to its name. Can I actually go back now? Okay. That's one of the moments where I wish I could take the stream. Because I wanted to at least read it. But it was going all. I see your comment. You killed Grandma is crazy, by the way. Don't worry about him, he'll be fine. He might be adopted. He's still the governor's son. So the governor's son, Brahi was the governor's son. Besides, he's young. I was going to give him any trouble. Okay. I hope you're right. Sylvie. Oh, so this is Sylvester. This story here. But then, Riley. Rella. I don't know who that is, but, you know, I'll leave it at that. Okay. What are we going to do with the loot? Same as usual? Though, if we're taking it back to Snezhnograd, why not give it back to the kids on the streets? Ran into a few days ago while out on patrol. The kid on with the car show struck me as a smart one. Don't know what to do with the treasure. Who best to share it with? Suits me. Let's do it your way. But compared to the treasures on display in the governor's palace, these little trinkets are hardly even worth the bother. Even in a backwater like this, those arrogant fools still indulge in their outrageous extravagance. Their shiny facade can't hide the fact that they are already rotten to the core. Have you seen it yet? This place is no different from Snezhnograd. Are we really supposed to fight to protect people like this? And protect them from those who have no quarrel with? The unseen, downtrodden, the despised? I understand your anger, but there's not much we can do. Yeah, you are children. There's not much we can do right now, but sooner or later, we have to upturn the status quo to weed out the corruption root and stem. I must rise to the top by any means necessary. Count myself lucky to have ended up fighting by your side, Sylvie. but I often find myself looking back to where I came from. It's a place my brothers and sisters remain, where they continue to endure hardships they should never have to bear. Tell me, those innocent souls, were they born to suffer like this? If it's the law that is causing them or causing their suffering, then I shall rewrite the law. And if it's the corrupt nobles, I shall purge them from their ranks. One day I'll raise Elysium that belongs to. Oh, this Raylo fellow is probably this Reed Miller. That basically who this is. It sounds like this is what this guy is. Well, it's originally the Elysium that belongs to us on this land, a land that has always belonged to us. I'm believing you, Rayla. I know you can accomplish your dream. I'll talk about that for now. Even thieves have their code. So I'll leave this behind. That way the government will know who took his treasure down. It's just a pity I won't get to see his reaction myself. That would be a sight to behold. Eh? Huh? What just happened? Found the treasure hoarder's ship under a pile of iron coins. Then you took the helm? After that, it felt like a dream. Then somehow we end up here. Wait, so we actually experienced that? The hell? Those two they mentioned, someone called KRAI, either it's crazy coincidence or it must be from a long, long time ago. So, let me get this straight. The person that was named KRAI before actually has to be Reed Miller. But either it's a crazy coincidence or they must be from a long, long time ago. At the very least, we know they have a connection to this place. Yeah, and from what they were saying, there was once some treasure buried here, and even though they made off with it, it seems they left something else in this place. It's been so long. Who knows if someone's already dug it up by now? Let's see if we can find it first. It can't hurt to look. If I remember this correctly, it should be somewhere around here. I can't believe it's still here. Why didn't the government come to collect it? That's a good question, actually. You know, this could be the perfect resource if there were more than this. It's gonna be like the perfect resource if there was like a purple resource for it. But like the type of material that we get, it's always the basic one, the green one, and then the gold one. Some of the other type of materials end up with the purple. This could have been that purple resource, but that's just how I see it. It's just funny I'm saying that now, though. Looks fancy. Huh? This is what they left here? Isn't this... Paimon doesn't understand. Let's ask Tolfin about it. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. Should tell him what happened with the great treasure, too. Saving me time, I guess. I feel disrespected, brother. You can't be for real. I guess I'll check it after. Like how I got aggro for just existing. Is he trying to come over here? Hope he's chilling. Do I want to go this far to read all this? I don't care that much about this story, I'm gonna be honest. It's not the story I expected it to be. So, it is what it is. Maybe it's wrong that I had expectations, but I thought it was going to be a bit more interesting than it was. Well, now KRAI's World Quest just don't... It just doesn't hit the same as Natlan's World Quest. It just makes me sad to say that. Atlas World Quest actually wowed me. Like, The last time a World Quest like actually like wowed me a decent amount would have been just a story that we've had throughout all of Fontaine. I should say all of Fontaine, but like most of the World Quests ended up coinciding with each other when it came to God damn it, I forgot the word I want to use. Hold on. Not thinking about the story that happened over here at the Fontaine Research Institute, but they were involved in the fall of the not I just have an item that shows them where it's gonna bother me until I do it now. Like, it's funny that I've forgotten this one, but it is what it is. I don't always expect to remember all these things, given that it's been quite a few years now since I did it. Now that I think about it. You know, this one wasn't that long ago, I suppose, till done. Why is this here? I found an Archon quest. I didn't think that would be here. I like that it shows that there. It's in here somewhere. Bruh. Path of Turnfire, take that album. Oh. I like that we keep items like that to show that we've done the world quest for it. I know it's somewhere in here. Took up not all that stuff. Why can't we read this? You know what, it shouldn't be surprising. Friday Night Pamphlet. Not that stuff. Chingy Veil, Music Box. I should say Hunter, not that. Picture book, nope. Not Prince Cubeds. I don't care about them from Sumeru. Shepherd Magic in the Bottle. That is Inazuma. And then Hilly Trillion Language. Okay. Then somewhere further down then. The first iron coin. Oh, so that's what that is. Then there's that. I know I have the picture in here. Alright, Javari, that's nice to see that, but map fragment. Huh. Why do I have all those tickets? I didn't even know I had all that. The art of negotiation. Brother, what? Thin ledger. Thick notebook. Melania's handbook. I don't care about that either. Maybe if it was a picture, I would have already seen it. Damn. Is it not on this screen then? I could have sworn I thought it'd be in here. Yeah, it's the only place it could be. Damn. This is gonna bother me too because I'm about to go out of my way to check for it. Like, I'm actually about to go out of my way for it now. Because it's not really fun when I forget things like this. It's just, It's very easy for me to forget things when I have so much overload of information. It just happens. I've been like this my entire life, and it sucks. Why did we keep that? I forgot we kept one of those. So we got the candy from Colombia, and we just never used it. This was from last year's Lance Red, I think. Let me view this a little bit closer. Delxie, that was that story quest event with Delxie, right? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, this kind of blows. Try to find this as a pain in the ass. I guess it's somewhere else. I don't know where to find it. Like, I could have sworn, I don't want to go through, like, my captured pictures, because that would be too much of a pain to deal with. Man alive. Narcissus and Croix Ordo. There we go. I remember now. The World Quest chain with the Narcissus and Croix Ordo. That was what I've been trying to remember for the longest time. Jesus Christ. The Narcissus and Croix Ordo that had like so many converging world quests through exploration of like getting rid of a giant tower to, I guess, figuring out the ins and outs through a lot of various different stories or other people telling certain stories before we end up meeting with a lot of familiar figures from other world quests within here, like the story of Marianne and then Seymour the robot dog. The one that was weird was that other person. Forgot his name, but I just thought he was a painter and it was one of the Melazines. And then we also had that other guy, which was his name Cater? The guy who's apparently a Hilichurl that can speak and morph his body into something else, which is very interesting. But anyways, I remember all that information. I couldn't remember the Narcissus Quartz Order though. It had so many big world quests converging into another big world quest at the end. I really found that as probably one of the biggest world quests I really enjoyed in Genshin. I really enjoyed that. And then the world quest, I can't say world quest of Natlan interested me. It was just a bit of a different take on experiencing like a world quest throughout it. Because most of it was still, again, Soaring Companion, trying to figure out how to turn them back to normal. But then it ended up turning into finding out information of the Dragon Civilization. And then that whole shebang where we had to make a decision to not destroy Teyvat through the use of our own Soaring Companion that we named, which that was also interesting. But yeah, I thought that world quest was so good. That one really wowed me, man. I don't know if Genshin gonna be able to do that again. Our Conquest for non-Crow is really good, but so far I still don't feel wowed by the world quest. Even those quests, while I enjoyed it, all it did was just recall something from Natlan to me, but not in the way that Natlan's story told it. I liked how it was told through, Heatwell, but it just reminds me of like the Archon quest with Natlan and their fight against the Abyss and all that. Oh, isn't Traveler and Paimon? Have you two found the great treasure already? You mean the pile of old iron coins? Let those iron coins exactly where we found them. Well, actually, we're on top now. Tell Tolkien what happened at the treasure site And strange thing that happened after we boarded the ship. For some reason, they left behind some sort of raven insignia. Seems the Earth remembers far more than we could ever imagine. The storyteller, I can't help but feel humbled by that. After all, humans' life is fleeting. The oral history is prone to errors. Some stories are even lost forever. Yet Earth's memory, no doubt, remains true. I hate the way he said it, but it sucks how true it is. Some stories may be lost forever. It keeps making me think about like all this shit I be hearing on YouTube. I don't watch these videos that come up really, but every now and then there's like a certain content creator I've like watched a video from, and I just see like a video mentioning about how there's a chance that streaming services will end up destroying certain stories that have been up for a very long time because they keep getting rid of them because they need money to stay afloat or something like that is what I think it is along those lines. So they get rid of certain stories that would usually cause them a lot of money, but no one is watching it. So they just get rid of those stories outright. And those stories, movies, TV shows, or whatever, those people don't realize that if people kept those stories up, it would be nice for those that want to see it, but since they don't know who's actually watching it, they just get rid of it and it gets lost to history because some of the big names out there that can get rid of those stories, there's probably no other way to find it if you can't find it in an online internet library somewhere, which is usually something I do appreciate from pirating. That's like the only thing I can appreciate for pirating is that. Because it seems like some stories get lost at time and it becomes hard to find those things. It makes me sad to say that is probably my favorite thing about pirating, but it's just the truth. Everything gets gated by one thing, and all it takes is a breach to lose it all. And even money can be a problem for us all. It's just like unfortunate every time I think about it, because like people are fighting for and against it, and in this day and age there's always some kind of fight going on that humanity's having to deal with in this infighting with each other. One company just wants to greed and keep everything, and then people just want to be able to just enjoy their everyday lives. And it feels like everything's gonna fall apart because there was a time in history everything fell apart because of greed. Even though the damage wasn't too far great, I keep thinking about how much bigger society has gotten, and here we are in this day and age with like a lot of random shit here and there we end up hearing about. Every so often there's some kind of infighting. And it's always because of some company and the people that are just trying to enjoy their everyday lives. Some ridiculous shit. Anyways, went a little bit off topic with that. Just felt like saying what's on my mind. Think it could only have been Avrion who left the Raven insignia. You may be more familiar with another of his names, Reed Miller. Oh, so okay, so wait. Oh. But wasn't the other guy who stole it from him? Okay, you know what? You mean that was the legendary thief Reed Miller? Paimon would never guess by looking at him. I'm kind of confused because that didn't seem like that was his name to me. But when I read Rayla in that story, maybe that was who that was, I guess. From what you described, the things you saw certainly happened before the treasure hoards were ever formed. It said that back then, he left to play the role of the heroic thief with his military academy buddies, stealing from the rich and helping the poor. In fact, the Raven insignia was derived from the family crest of his noble-born academy classmate. But that's all in the past. I shan't bore you with the details. Anyway, seeing as our fates appear to be intertwined, how about you take this Raven insignia as a keepsake? I assume accepting this doesn't automatically make me the treasure hoarder's heir. There's no need to worry. Like I said, the golden age of the treasure hoarders is over. However, there is still one slight problem. My stubborn grandmother seems to have taken a liking to you. If she ever asks you for a friendly sparring match, please don't turn her down. And don't pull your punches either. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy to say that when I gotta beat a grandma's ass, bro. For some reason, she got hunchback, but she can beat ass. I don't know how to. I don't know how to read that any better. Oh, she's so much stronger than a regular old lady. We wouldn't dream of doing anything but pummeling her with everything. It's just such a crazy thought. Why would the devs make us fight an old woman, man? Well then, the great treasure buried east of the moon, west of the sun, has been claimed by a pair of remarkable adventurers, and this performance too shall come to its close. Allow me to play a tune to express my wish that every step of your journey be filled with mystery, and every path may bring you jubilation. Or jubilation, yeah. I haven't read that word in a long time. Anyways, this music is great for this. Raven's Legacy. Okay. Nice, I learned. About the great treasure. The third Reed Miller, that is. Okay, I figured it was more than one generation. How many years has passed, brother? That is the one named Brahi who left behind the legend of the great treasure. That's why he did it. Maybe he just wanted to keep future generations of treasure hoarders hooked, so the name Reed Miller would never be forgotten. Well, that's what he said in his papers. So, for that. About the iron coins. Iron coins were a form of currency issued by Avilion. That is the very first Reed Miller. Who would have thought he was the first one? I didn't know he was the first Reed Miller. Bro looked like he fucking crashed out, given this text I heard from Brahi. But, alright. I pressed play. I didn't realize. I looked away. Iron coins were a form of currency issued by Avilion. That is the very first Reed Miller. I believe that in a world without divisions, in an Elysium, where no one went hungry or suffered from the cold, people should not be relying on wealth bestowed and governed by the gods to help each other. Okay. I think I get what he's saying when he said that. I believe that people should be the masters of wealth, not its slaves. And even if mastering the heart of gold might be an impossible task, everyone should have the right to wield the wealth that belongs to all to begin with. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's fair. But as you both can see, the iron coins he imbued with meaning quickly became worthless scrap metal after his death, largely due to the very people he had placed his faith in. This is what I said, bruh. Why? Everything that he went through could have been literally, circumvented by one thing and one thing only: time. It's just that it's the problem. If you want everything to be for that time, then it's just for that time. Since human lives are fleeting, no one's gonna focus on that shit. Oh, and by the way, there's another piece of info that came to me on the wind. Though I cannot guarantee its veracity, since I have no way to verify it, please take it as you will. In Snezhnaya, there's a harbinger with a peculiar obsession. He seeks to create a more perfect economic order in this world. Are you talking about Pantaloner? I think that's who he's talking about. Because he's the most ordinary looking one, but I heard he is also a wealthy person. Fortunately, not a collector of iron coins, otherwise you might be able to make a fortune more by selling these to him. It has to be Pantaloner he's referencing. Okay, couldn't it be Rooster? Anyways, Reed Miller. Reed Miller with a million alias, a mask to hide one's true identity. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that would have been it? To the poor Miller, to the poor, Miller was a figure of admiration, while to the nobles, the very mention of him would draw curses and swearing. But it was never the name of just one person. Even among the earliest treasure hoarders, there were already 3 individuals who went by the name Reed Miller. And that doesn't even include those who later chose to pose as Miller for one reason or another. So that is crazy. That literally the other quest we did before this one, right? There was a guy named Brahi in the messages. That was just another Reed Miller, not the main one, or it wasn't the main one, not the third one, but still. Why just last week I had a run-in with two petty thieves calling themselves Miller, who attempted to steal my harp, but that's a story for another time. Putting the latter day pretenders aside, I do know a thing or two about the original trio, so Trevor, what's the theory are you asking about? Eh? I guess I have to come back to see these. The first one, let's see what he said. First one, you the alias Avilion, mentioning you two before, he's the orphan. Okay, I don't care about this, I already read it. I don't need to know his story again. I'm curious about the second one, though. The one I haven't asked about. The second one. Second one, Reed Miller, was a woman whose real name I do not know. All I know is that she was a traitor to the Frostmoon Sons who struck her name from history altogether? What? In truth, I have no idea what her connection to Avilion was. And as for the Frostmoon Sons of 500 years ago, well, it was a pretty creepy place to be, judging from the poems I've read. According to Brahe, the entirety of Hisi Island was encircled by a golden wall even taller than Aunt Seuss in Fontaine, so I really have no good explanation for how she could have come to know Avilion. I knew of a woman that knew Brahe, but I don't know if that's the woman he's talking about either, because it's a different story, I guess. I don't know. For now, Frostmoon Sons have transformed into something entirely different, so much so that I wonder if they're too gullible these days. So I told Miss Hidimby, I remember someone named that. Wait, so I told Miss Hidimby just a few days ago that she was real lucky. As she tried to dupe the Frostmoon Sons a few hundred days ago, or a few hundred years ago, she'd probably be without Akmar by now. Okay. Hidimby, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that an individual we fought in KRAI over something? We were sticking up for somebody, I know that much, but it was like an item that she had that we got from her. I just thought it was for the tavern for items, that's all I know. I don't remember what the hell she was. I just know she was an eremite. So, anyways, after Avilion, yeah, was executed, she began donning the silver mask, claiming to be the Master Thief Reed Miller who had escaped the gallows. She molded the treasure hoarders into a highly disciplined quasi-military force that almost resembled a religious order. Her mantra was that no one should place their faith in gods or deities, for it was humanity alone that held that power to save its own. That's such a yesing thing to say. If someone ever said that to me, I'd have been like, now, who needs saving from? That's the question I ask when you say something like this. I'm not saying that you shouldn't believe in a god, but maybe there's a reason why religion begins in the first place. Strange as it may sound, the best way to describe the treasure hoarders of that era might simply be an irreligious religious order. Under the name Reed Miller, she gathered a large group of bandits, and together they picked the governor's palace in KRAI to clean in a single night? Okay. All the countless curios, antiques, more, and jewels that they made off with, she gave all that away to the poor of Nashatone. This was the very storm of gold and silver that cheap novels so fancifully describe. Jesus. Okay. And now, in KRAI, the people absolutely revere Miller, but if you ask me, that has nothing to do with Avalion's dream. The dream that my grandmother believes in so staunchly. For most people living on this land, both his dream and Elysium are as distant as the moon. Who knows, maybe they're just dreaming of someone like her, someone who dropped loot from nowhere right into their lives, like Santa Claus, let me say, without them having to lift a finger. Okay, I think we're good. I don't need to rehear the third Reed Miller or Brahe. Maybe I should check it though. Maybe I should check it. Hold on. Maybe I should check it. Maybe I should at least check it. It's a bit embarrassing for me to say it, but the 3-week millers, the one I mentioned earlier, Brahi, the one my grandmother really despises. Much of my grandmother doesn't want to admit it. He was actually our forebearer. He was he was of a station even higher than Solove, the torch forger. He was the adopted son of the Fey. Oh. I didn't realize he was called the Fey Lord. I know Chebusco, governor of all non. Okay. Some claim that he was actually the governor's illegitimate son, and because the blood that of the Fey ran through his veins, he was more handsome than most people you'd ever meet. Okay, buddy. Of course, that was just an unfounded rumor. I mean, surely neither of you can find any trace of Fey blood in my face, can you? The problem is you can't really view a Fey that way. But that makes me question someone like Flynn's a little bit if we were to ask him this question. But I guess we won't ever get to see that. Like Avalon, he was a student at the military academy, though he enrolled long after Avalon graduated. I doubt the two of them ever crossed paths then. Graduating from the academy, brought he returned to Knockcry. Oh, okay. You know what? I don't need to remember all this because this sounds familiar. That is until now he caught a glimpse of the second Reed Miller as she looted the governor. Oh. Hold on. I fell in love with the Frostman sign turncoat at first sight. So enamored was he that he abandoned his life as a noble to join the treasure hoarders. Okay. The nobility are at leisure to see the suffering of others as beautiful romantic fantasy, whereas truly destitute of are regulated to soulless villainy and rogues' roles in every tale. Okay. This is why my grandmother despised him so much. In her view, he was one who tainted Avalon's dream, one who turned the name that rightfully belonged to the poor into one of farcical story of romance. But that's not how I saw it, so that's very interesting to read it that way. I didn't see it as a love story. But if it turned into that, it is what it is. But I don't think it can be said he tainted everyone's name, not when we consider how many people he helped and how much he bettered their lives. Okay. Maybe 1 in 5 is about as treacherous. Maybe 1 in 5 is about the treacherous Frostman's son. 3 in 10 tell Brahi's tale. And the remaining half is just pure fiction fabricated solely to tantalize and reel in the reader. My grandmother may be steadfast believer of reading the dream, just what exactly is the dream. He and Brahi might not have fully understood it back in the day, so how could we claim to now? Okay. Except that maybe all that really doesn't matter at all. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, yeah, I don't know how to feel with this story. It's like, it just reminds me of how I felt about the Molani story. And yes, I'm bringing that up also, because that story also put a sour taste in my mouth. You tell me a story about a guy who was seeking treasure and it was like this greatest adventure in Teyvat of some kind, right? But then he shows a tale of a story of something that if he chased after, he had to worry about the worries of how others perceived him if he made a decision that may befall his comrades. Well, he didn't want to go himself either, but he felt like it was certain death to do so. Despite all that, he decided to create the findings of his story through making us go on a fucking, I mean, my words here, going on like an Easter egg hunt to find bits and pieces of his story of how he got there, go to that place, and then be told, yeah, if you make the right decision to go there or not, then the treasure was the friends we made along the way. You expect me to like that story? Fuck no. I hated that story because of that. I really hated that story because of that. Like, yeah, I enjoyed hanging out with Molani, but like, I really hated that story quest in a way because of that. I'm just like, bro, I'm not surprised by a story like that. I mean, Natlan's stories really resemble the feeling of you gotta have the power of friendship on your side, which is one of my most disliked tropes, to be honest, because it's just something I don't like reading. I don't mind friends just beating a certain adversary if the name comes in a different form of friendship, but more like an obligation or a duty. Something similar to My Hero Academia, if you know what I'm talking about. But I don't mind a story like that, even though the story's kind of iffy in its own right. But I digress. I don't want to keep going on a spiel about this, but gosh, I don't know how to feel about that story. Alright. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. Oh, now you appear in front of the statue on my account. She was here from like day one on my second account, bro. I don't get it. I'll talk to Nicole in a second. I don't know if I'll mess with that thing. Maybe I'll make sure to do that before the end of this patch. The construction thing. I saw people are saying you can do something there. I'll do it at some point. Gosh. What you gotta say, Nicole? It's on your mind.
The past. As everyone knows. Well, actually, hardly anyone knows. Anyway, when the angels were destroyed, they had to sacrifice either their preferred form or their power.
Oh.
I chose to keep both. But from another point of view, you could say I lost both. I remain human enough in appearance, but I will always be fundamentally different.
Well, I mean, that's fine. There's people that appear human that are elves, but are fundamentally different. There's a lot to be said about that. There's a lot of human-like people. You know, I said this before about this game. It would be nice to have different body types of people. I mean, the best we've gotten is Varka right now, but I've always liked to see beast men in this game, or beast females, you know, stuff like that. I've always wanted to see different types of races. And they show up in very strange ways. But I haven't gotten like a true beast-like character yet. So if you know what I'm talking about when I say that.
For instance, what human could exist for thousands of years without going at least a little mad? Not to mention dying. Meanwhile, I've lived so long that I can't help but miss the way things used to be once in a while.
You mean you miss being an angel?
Not exactly. I led a pretty boring life back then, especially compared to now. But I did have a lot of friends around. It was a lively time. If I had to pinpoint what I'm nostalgic for, it's not any one friend in particular, nor is it the time I spent as an angel. Rather, I simply miss the race of angels as a whole.
Oh, okay. Alright. Fair enough. Well, it's nice that we got to see Nicole here at the very least. I don't know if we'll ever get the one where Nicole actually stands over here, because again, she had a completely different voice line, but she stood over here. On my second account. But I don't know if I'll ever get that. I don't know if I'll mess with that puzzle. I'll be frank, reading that story took a bit longer than I thought, so I don't know if I want to do the event. And by event, I mean this one over here. I'm pretty sure it's finished, or if it's not, it should be finished tomorrow regardless for Stygian Onslaught. I'm thinking about just doing it during that stream, because I don't know how long the Stygian Onslaught stream is going to be. It's either going to be very short, or it's going to be decently long. I don't know if I'm going to struggle. This next Stygian, I'm probably going to have an easier time. We got the Shock Trooper, the Emperor Crab, and then the new boss that's in this patch that is literally over here. We fought him in the World Quest with the Kubamaki Cliff and Itlo and all that, so I'm recognize his mechanics. So Night Soul destroys his meter faster. I'm not gonna have Night Soul. Alright, forget I said that. Lunar. Lunar reaction damage deals the meter faster. So I'm gonna use Flinch against that boss. Then we got the Shock Trooper local legend again, which Electric are good enough for him, but I know my script can brute force it, so that's not a problem. Then the other one is one that I haven't seen in a while, but he showed me in the Abyss a couple times, and that's the Emperor of Fire and Iron, this crab boss. They gave him a gimmick that looks problematic. I don't know how problematic it is, but I heard it's problematic, so I might still have to use New But originally, this boss was kind of a problem on his release, but it only has been addressed once. People don't address it enough. Not every character feels pretty good against this boss. Like, a lot of applications for Electro and Hydro really helps, so Electrochar can kind of work against this boss. Lunachar I don't know if it works well against this boss or not, but you want a lot of Hydro application because he has a shell or horns, and you want to break it with Hydro. But you can deal direct damage to the boss while doing it with the shield. That's cool, but the problem with this boss is that someone like Xingqiu, for example, the 4-star character, he does a lot of Hydro application, but his application can sometimes not hit his shield. For some reason, it won't always directly hit his shield. It'll hit his health bar, but there's times where his range sword won't directly hit his shield, and it's been a problem since the release of this boss. So I wonder if people can have an easy time clearing this boss using Devil Hydro with him. It'd probably be fine, but sometimes it doesn't hit his hitbox, and that's something I also noticed. Cause I was like confused when people talked about it. I was like, "What? Chicho has jank with the guy's shield? Is that really a problem?" But apparently it is. So yeah. Well, with this style, we have done everything we could do with Knockground Exploration. Even if I spread it apart, I don't think this would have lasted more than 2 weeks like some exploration patches go. Because I'm frankly disappointed at the lack of world quests this area has. I think it has less world quests, than most areas. I think even the Chasm patch had more world quests than this. But to make up for it, we had big world quests, so there's that. But like, I'm pretty sure the Chasm had more world quests than this. Like, just from this area being for a patch, it felt like this area had more world quests. Don't even get me started on Chegu Vale. Chegu Vale itself also felt like it had more to offer the world quest because there was more world quests and a big world quest. That's how I frankly feel right now with Knockout at the moment. This music hits, man. I'm still a little disappointed now that, oh, he stays here now. Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to this patch as a whole, I'm frankly just a tad disappointed. Maybe they made up for what pre-orders you could get from World Quest with all the chests that they threw in our face. That's probably why they threw all the chests in our face, to make up for lack of World Quest, maybe. Maybe that's why. I'm so used to having more World Quest in this, but even the beginning of Nowcrow was like this. But, there was still way more World Quest on the map in the first area of Nowcrow than this whole area has been of this patch. It feels weird. I don't usually try my hardest to 100% areas unless I really enjoy the exploration, but I've been craving exploration for so long, so yeah. It's safe to know that there's some people that complain about the same thing I complained about, where this is starting to feel like the release of Natlan, because it feels exactly the same. Not the exact same, probably, because there was far more world quests in Natlan than this area of Nocry as a whole, even so far. But I didn't like how the first iteration we had the Tekilman Valley, we had the Besa Unnumbered Flames, and then we had the Toyak Springs. But that was all we had in the beginning for 3 patches. We got nothing for 3 patches. Then we go here. Then we get 2 areas. Then we go another 2 patches with nothing. When this releases, we don't get another exploration after. That's fine. I think that's fine. But then we had another patch of nothing, and then we get this patch. Then after you get a patch of just this, the patch after is just the summer event. So Yeah. Well, not the patch after that. We had a patch of nothing, and then we had the summer patch where we had this area, which this area also, just one big area, Easy Breeze Summer Resort, also felt bigger than this new area of Nakai. I Am I wrong for saying that? Am I wrong for saying I felt like I had more fun exploring this area than I did this area of Nakai. But even the first iteration of Nakai was more enjoyable, but maybe that's because of a new feeling of a new region. But we can't even call this a region. I don't know how to feel about this on the map either. Could just keep going north. Like, bro, where is Naznaya at? I always envisioned it was somewhere specific, but they said this is the corner. Yeah, the corner of Naznaya. Bro, how big is Naznaya? I can't wait to see what it's going to look like. Sadly, I won't get to experience this on PS4, so the quality is going to be so much worse. At least the exploration will not be as bad, I hope, but I have no idea how it's going to affect things moving forward. It just sucks that I won't be here in the grandest scheme of things with like the best that I can offer, and I wish I could. I frankly wish I could. It just is what it is, and I feel like I have to apologize for this because I feel like I let myself down even for what it's worth. I never thought I'd be in this position right now in my life, to be honest. I thought I'd be in a position where I can actually make a difference and I wouldn't be so pushed back by this. Honestly, right now, even, there was a time in my life where I knew at the age I am now, I would not have let myself go this far. But due to societal situations and where I live at, everything just kind of like fell apart. Now I'm hoping for 1 inch of salvation so that I can get my life together. But because I cannot do that, and I have to continuously always sit here and wait like this, it's honestly a sad reality I live in right now. And because of that, all I can do is wait till things get better, and then pressure for a change for the better at that point. Unless something in the form of an opportunity throws in my lap. Will that happen? I'm sure there'll probably be a chance that that does happen. Man, Tolfien's back over here. But, yeah. I feel like I've said that too many times on stream in different ways about like my transgressions. I just can't help but say it because I did not think I'd be this depressed toward the end of 2025 going into 2026. It's probably the worst I think I've felt in my entire life. And I frankly have given up on the thought that things will get better. That's why I don't know how to answer when, you know, homie will ask me, how are you feeling? Thought does count. It's like to hear someone even ask me that. But I frankly don't think I'm going to feel good this entire year, let alone next year if I even live to tell the tale. I am hitting a point in my life I don't like. I don't like what I'm seeing. And nothing I can really do about it either. All I can do is wait. And grit my teeth and hope that doesn't get worse. And that is actually how bad my situation is. Otherwise, if I had an option, I would actually move out. Then I could actually make a difference. But because I don't have that option, I'm stuck. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, except for the KRAI expiration. I did think I sum it up in 3 streams, but tomorrow we got Stygian Onslaught for patch 104. And then we'll be getting closer and closer to the end of this grind that we got going on. And then we'll slowly push into slowing down uploads and whatnot. Maybe I'll focus a little bit more on Blue Archive when that happens, because I'm starting to ease into wanting to do that shift now. But eventually I'm going to start pushing back from uploading as much to try to do something. I can't guarantee that something will work, because there was something I tried to do and it slipped through my fingers in such a manner that I can't even rectify myself. So that damage was great to waste 30 days on, but that's great. That being said, yeah. Got 26, 40, that is 66 pulls. At the most. It's going to just read this out, or look at this, because I'm going to most likely use this next patch. Rumor has it that there's a character, not that I want, but a weapon banner I may want to pull on. That depends which one, because there's 2 weapons I want in that patch. Well, with that, it being late, I should probably head back to Blue Archive and check that out. Tomorrow will be the last Genshin stream for the week, and then there'll be Blue Archive on the weekend, and then something will probably happen next week. Whether something happens or not, I don't know when the next stream will be. All I know is that there'll probably be another event of some sort that will occupy whatever time happens, and I can't guarantee what may happen afterwards. But since there's this short event here, which I'm pretty sure is finished, but I'm gonna say that for tomorrow's stream, because I think it'll just be better for tomorrow's stream. I'm not expecting anything. I'm expecting that next week nothing happens until the second half starts and then Lantoid begins. That will be when we really get consecutive streams back to back, I suppose. I don't think there'll be much more than that though, because usually Story Course events is always like 2, back-to-back days, 2 double days, 2 days apart from each other for each story beat. But the amount of stuff they're giving out this patch, I'm not surprised that I'm hearing rumors that next patch is going to be one of the worst Primo games we'll ever get in the face of the game. Given that we're going to still be on PS4 for one more full patch, I know we're getting a dry patch. We always get a dry patch after Lantoid. I think it's fair that we get a dry patch for Lantoid. I think it's fair that we should get a dry patch so the devs could, take a break. I do think they could take that type of break. I think they deserve that type of break. I'm not going to say they don't deserve it. The thing I hate, though, is that maybe it's wrong for me to say this, but they pushed KRAI onto us when we wanted Snezhnaya. Alright? They want to tie in the story and all that. This one break is fine, but I hope they don't do this again. That's all I'm going to say. They gotta do back-to-back Arca quests every patch. Taking this one break is fine, but I hope they don't pull a Natlin like they've already done with Exploration when it comes to patches. If they do that, you best believe I may or may not make a video on it, because I may crash out on it. Anyways, if you didn't see the beginning of the stream, which I think some people didn't, I did talk about how I'm able to check the mannequin in his, gear, which is pretty funny, how he's down here. I already changed the skin to the horse because I could do it in Teyvat, you could play him in Teyvat now. He can attack and all that, and it's kind of funny. I'll never get tired of that shit. It just looks so... I love the physics of the horse. It's just so funny. I didn't think I'd get to mess with that. I didn't think it was much. Yeah. Yeah. These only level up as you level up everything else, but it's nothing crazy. Kind of weird. His element is the same as the Traveler's. I didn't check this though. I like a normal texture though. It looks cooler in Ethers at least. Which is funny to say that, but it's not hard to make it cooler in Ethers normal texture. The thing that sucks is that the Traveler's charter type was better, even though it looks recycled as Ethers and some of the other sword characters. Then his burst, which is supposed to just apply an element every so on and so forth seconds. You can see the other elements. It's cool. Yeah. More constellations. You can equip him with artifacts. You can even change his weapon like I showed before. You can't change this unless you do Millie Astro levels, which means I may want to get the Millie Astro levels so I can get those. I'll probably commit to that. But maybe I should leave that for future me to deal with after Genshin League PS4. I don't see a point in doing that now. But yeah, it was pretty silly. I love this. There was one thing I wanted to show though. Is it not here? Was it? No, it was here. I found it interesting that there's an option to change the weapon. It said the true appearance, and you can do a quick replace, but there's no quick replace for this. I don't know what it means. I thought it was probably a weapon skin or something that they're probably planning to add to Master Wonderland or something, but I don't see a point in adding it there. So I thought maybe this way you could trade the weapon type of the mannequin here. That'd be cool. Because it says quick replace, but only shows sword characters, so I assume it's probably weapon skin. I don't know. I find it very interesting though. Anyways, that's enough for me. Gosh. This was a fruitful stream, but honestly, so much yap went into it that this being 3 hours kind of tucking me out, which is why I don't feel like doing the event till tomorrow. But I think it'll be better for tomorrow. I have a feeling Stygian's reset is going to be very easy for me. I'll probably try to my second account a little bit before I go to my main. But yeah, this will appear sometime in the afternoon tomorrow. So yeah, I look forward to this. I already have a thumbnail prepared. I tried pretty hard on the thumbnail, so I look forward to seeing what you guys think of it. I love making the thumbnails that I make. Obviously, I could probably make even better thumbnails, but there's certain thumbnails I like making, and thumbnails that, even though I like seeing other people making their thumbnails, doesn't mean it's something I would want for myself. Because some people have different types of thumbnail types. Everyone just has a particular thing that they kind of stick with. So, yeah. And is yet to come. Okay. Eliminate all the Professor Roteg's followers. Oh, was that the last with followers that I beat in that other quest before we did the Raven one at the end of it all? That's kind of interesting if it is. Anyways. Now, if I unlock the last thing, I can get that Shrine of Depths for this. Cause I saw that some of my friends have this. I don't want to get it. I'll leave that last Shrine of Depths for the next exploration patch. Reason why is because I just don't want to see 0 of the items in my inventory for the, thank you, fan, I appreciate that. Because we have just enough of this to max out our next level. Because apparently we only have enough just to get to level 8 on the Statue of the 7. The next time we are able to do exploration, it's probably going to be the last of KRAI. So, yeah. That, again, is for future me to deal with. But yeah. I don't know if I'll use all those fragiles that I have, but I definitely looking forward to using the transit tomorrow. Oh. You know, I forgot I have this. I, like, purposefully don't use these. Back when I had extra resources from the battle pass and whatnot, when I used to buy it so many times, then you could see my cakes for each year of Genshin Impact, the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th. It shows each previous region. The next cake is going to be the Natlan one, so that's cool. Anyways, I guess that's enough for me. I don't know when I'll stream tomorrow. It'll probably end up being in the evening, a bit later than usual, because of some other things I want to take care of. But yeah, thought I'd say that. So, again, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys take care, and I will catch you guys next time.